Hello, everybody. Volume should all still be set appropriately from the last stream, because I don't think I've done anything since this, so everything should be set. Alrighty, so hopefully we will be able to finish this whole thing up today, because if my information is accurate, we should be able to finish this in another like 2 to 3 hours or so. That was the specific figure that somebody gave me in chat last time, and having compared with some other people's like Let's Plays and streams, and not like watching them, but just looking at the timestamps, I figure that's hopefully going to be accurate for us as well. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Things could always go disastrously, horribly wrong. You never know what's going to happen. You just never know. We will just kind of fiddle around for a couple of minutes to give people a little bit of time to come in. Not that I expect too many viewers, because historically not too many people are watching these particular streams. But we'll give people a couple of minutes to come in. We got some things to do anyway. I think I've got a couple of these bases left. I got three Sable bases, excuse me, left that I still need to take care of. I'm not going to worry about doing all these side quests. I was thinking about possibly going ahead and doing the Tombstone side quests, since we never messed with that, but I don't know if there's I don't know if there's like 1 side quest left in that plot line or 6, so not going to mess with that right now, I don't think. But we got 3 Sable outposts, and we have 1 more Taskmaster challenge, which actually, that reminds me, because this is exactly why I clipped this. 1 second. While I was just grinding stuff out in this game, while I was doing... Oh, no, wrong one. Wrong clip. Where is it? There you are. Alright, while I was just grinding stuff out in this game, completing side quests and whatnot in between streams, I went ahead and continued with the Taskmaster challenges, since I'd done essentially none of them. And about halfway through completing the Taskmaster challenges, this happens. Well, I guess it's going to be a minute first. Sneaking around, avoiding the Sable goons. So I'm just going to let this play so you guys can be kind of caught up on the few things, the only element of importance that's happened off screen, really. Everything else was just side quests that, you know, we don't really need to recap or go over, because it doesn't matter. So I've got a couple more things I need to get sorted out really quickly, because I was in a bit of my schedule was a bit cramped. As you may have noticed, I got started a few minutes late, even by the time that I scheduled, which was already later than when I wanted to get started. So I got a couple more things I got to get sorted out really quickly. So I'm just going to let this go ahead. Yeah, here we go. I'm just going to let this go ahead. I'm going to mute myself for a second while I get things sorted out. Enjoy this little replay of what happened to me like a week ago or so now.
I know you. You were on my neighbor's porch for Halloween.
The name's Taskmaster, and you're about to get taken to school. I have a photo-reflective memory. Anything I see you do, I can do. Oh yeah, I can also anticipate what you're gonna do. Throw you a fast.
When I do that, people don't get back up. Impressed?
I've gone toe-to-toe with the Avengers. You're nothing.
When are you gonna figure out this isn't working.
It's working great for me. I pick up more of your moves every time.
My moves.
What's the matter? You don't like them?
Cover band's never as good as the original.
You slow or just stupid.
You web strike?
This ain't hide and seek. Fight like a man.
Hey!
Still got tricks up your sleeve, huh? Guess I need more data before I can fulfill my contract.
Here's all the data I need. I beat you, you ran away. Conclusion, you lose.
Not yet. You'll find other challenges around the city. Once I've seen what you can do, we'll talk about round 2.
I try so hard to be likable. Why does everyone always want to fight me?
Anyway, so that's the only thing that happened off screen that is terribly important. 9. Alrighty. So with that in mind, like I said, we'll give a few minutes for people to kind of join us while we do some of these optional things. I'm going to zip over and take out these 3 Sable things that are left, because those are the only strongholds I have left to do at this point. We'll do the final Taskmaster thing, and then we'll move on with the story. So doing these bonus things is probably going to add like another 30 minutes or so onto our time today. I'm going the wrong direction. So we'll be here a little bit longer than just wrapping up the story stuff, but hopefully not a massive amount longer. Oh no, snipers everywhere, always trying to get a bite of that Spider-Man butt. Come on, Spider-Man, you can do it. There we go.
Yuri, I have eyes on a Sable base. They've got prisoners. I don't know what they're charged with, and I don't want to let dangerous people back on the streets.
The real criminals they turn over to us. The people they hold on site haven't done anything they can make a case over.
I can think of at least 2 amendments that violates. Okay, looks like I'm staging a jailbreak.
Nobody will notice that, I'm sure. SM1. Come on, you guys can come up with a better code name for me? That's pretty boring.
Trust me, it's less painful this way.
Heard something.
No, you didn't.
They're so cute when they're incapacitated. Mind me.
Look alive. We've got company. Stay alert.
That wasn't what I wanted to do, actually. I wanted to... Never mind, doesn't matter. Ultimately, it's all going to work out the way that I want it to. Everything is coming up Spider-Man. Nobody will notice. Oh, crap, they noticed.
All units attack. Get behind him. Clear.
Okay, this is going to be good anyway, because I haven't played this game in about a week, so I need to get reacclimated anyway. Need to remember what the heck's going on here, because I don't remember what the heck's going on with the gameplay. It's going to take me just a second. I'm sure it'll be okay eventually, though. See? It's okay eventually. I mean, I guess sometimes it would be uncontrollable, so I understand why they didn't. I wish that sometimes that that perfect counter follow-up, where if you do the perfect counter and web somebody and you can use triangle to zip to them for an instant KO, I kind of wish that that sometimes you would continue through them a bit more harshly, like so you could throw yourself off roofs. But then again, if it did that, then you might risk actually throwing yourself like off of a skyscraper when you didn't want to. So I get making Spider-Man stop directly at the enemy. Okay, so that's weird. This is the exact same, yeah, support for a light, I saw somebody get stuck in literally the exact same, get an enemy stuck, that is, in literally the exact same spot on somebody else's stream that I watched an archive of very briefly. So, Insomniac, this spot right here, you need to work on it, guys. You need to work on that one. Nah, it didn't work. I'll give it another shot. Oh, it ultimately worked out just fine, I think. That guy's down, so not a problem. I can still complete the sequence just fine.
Watch my back.
What does Unrelenting Fury do again? I haven't played this game recently enough to remember what the heck my power-ups are. Unrelenting Fury, I think, is like you can't be broken out of a combo or something. Let me double check, because I do not remember. Cannot block or interrupt your attacks, even if they have shields. Okay. That's actually going to be really good in a couple waves here when they get a little bit more intense and they're throwing a lot of guys at me. What are my bonus objectives for this mission? Yank down 10 enemies. What is a yank down? What's a yank down? Let's have a look. Launches enemy up in the air, then slams them down. Okay, sure, I can do a couple of those. That's easy.
You guys are persistent. What kind of pay you get? Asking for a friend.
What are you running from?
A protest myself right now. I'll let you know how it goes.
I'm already surrounded. I'm literally inside of your base, guys. Surrounding him doesn't seem to be the solution to your current problems. Okay, hold on. Again, been a hot minute since I fought any of these people, so... Oh, is he done? Cool, okay. That was a waste of time to follow him then, but whatever. That all worked out in the end. There we go, got all those. Not that I don't think I even need the base tokens at this point anymore. I think I'm pretty much full up on everything, but whatever, I've got them if I want them for whatever reason.
Well, how much to lay off? And don't say more than 20.
Keep electrocuting their own guys. Very, very ineffective. Okay, that didn't work. You gotta break their armor first with the electric webs or whatever, right? Am I remembering correctly? Why didn't that electrocute him? Not really. How did I get on web bombs? I wanted to be on electric webs. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll get the hang of this in just a minute here. I didn't really mean to switch targets, but I guess I can. It's no big deal. I can do that. Alright, so when they have the armor on, you cannot do the easy, quick, okay, hit them with an impact web and stick them to the ground. They don't like that. That doesn't work anymore. Should be doing more of the perfect blocks, then half this stuff wouldn't even be happening to me. I'd just be finishing the fights immediately.
Great. Reinforcements. You guys ever feel like your helmets make this impersonal? I mean, hot kettle, I know.
Okay, taken care of. Thank you. Because you were doing so much better before when I was... And there's another guy stuck in the wall, huh? This Sable base seems to have some serious problems with its goons getting stuck inside the walls. Oh, come on. I was hoping I could air juggle him for the next day or two. There we go. That time it worked. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with you now. Are you down now? Good. Taken care of. Now what's left? All done. And you get the Kingdom Hearts 1 slowdown afterwards, even. See, I knew that was the best one in the series. And so, even Insomniac thought so.
Thank you. I was so scared.
Captain, the area is secure and the cells are all empty.
Officially, I can't condone that. Unofficially, thanks.
Alrighty, now what? We got 2 more of these to do? Yeah, and then we'll do the Taskmaster stuff, and then we'll move on to the final mission. I promise. Where is the final? Oh, right, we haven't left this. This hasn't technically left its loading state yet. Now it's active on the map. There we go. Alrighty. 2 more Sable outposts. And probably a Taskmaster boss fight. Then we'll be moving on. Everybody wants to kill Spider-Man.
All units, we are receiving reports of a live bomb in the area. Report came in from Morningside Ice. Over.
Oh, I'm sure the cops can take care of that. They don't need me to help out with a silly bomb threat.
Yuri, looks like some people were protesting this Sable base, and the agents responded by locking them up.
Great way to win hearts and minds. Can you get them out?
It'll take some persuasion, but I'm a pretty persuasive guy.
I wish that they boosted the audio on some of these guys when they're talking around the base, because I see this, like, several of these base outposts that I've done, I've seen, like, the subtitles and not heard the people actually talking. Like, I have no idea where they're actually talking to each other at.
We need some downtime.
You know, we're just gonna go ahead and do this. They'll never know.
But I do have notes.
Okay, that's not a great place for me to be right now. Let's just go ahead and figure out where that guy was. Ow. Where did that sniper go? Did that kill him hitting the ground, or knock him out, or whatever? I guess so. So we're good. That's taken care of. What are these screens that I'm going through? Are they at all these checkpoints? Are they metal detectors? What are those for? Are they like the what are the grids called from Portal when you go through? They destroy any objects you're not supposed to have. They're not degeneration grids. They're something else, and I forget the name of them. Just a moment, everybody. Hold on just a second. Seems I've gotten a phone call. Need to make sure it wasn't anything important really quickly. It wasn't anything important, alright. I'm expecting a phone call, but that was not the phone call that I was expecting, so... Never mind. We can just get going. Is this the reason why? I was just thinking, okay, so I guess you can't do perfect encounter on some of these guys as easily because they don't actually have the guns. Then I was thinking, is that why some people choose to use swords? Is because it makes it harder for superheroes to perfect counter them? What a twist. You know, just to expedite this process a little bit. Ow. Just gonna go ahead and... I probably shouldn't have wasted that on a guy who already had his armor broken, but whatever.
More of you. That's it. I'm leaving a bad review.
Now, hold on. The way they said that, hit him before he throws, is like they fully expected me to grab the grenade, which raises the question of why they threw the grenade in the first place.
Customer service. I distinctly ordered only one group of hostile Sable agents.
So they really don't like the webs if they still have some armor on. Interesting.
Spider-Man, I just heard Sable's issuing an internal bounty on you. Huge bonus for any agent that brings you down.
Nothing like a little healthy competition to maintain a positive work environment. Look, if you guys are gonna keep showing up like this, it's just polite to call first.
I so appreciate how the grenades know to not explode right away as soon as a web hits them. They wait. They actually extend the fuse very slightly to accommodate Spider-Man. Greatly appreciated. Come on. Okay, here we go. There we go. That was what I wanted to do, was to get people, anybody who got hit by that web bomb, to actually go get stuck to a wall.
Oh, hi, Sable guys. Everything's cool here. The trouble's next door. Hey, it was worth a try.
That didn't quite get him actually stuck to the wall, but whatever. I tried my best. There we go. That all worked. How do those things curve in midair? That's incredible. Whoa! How did you get so close to me so fast? That's incredible. Everything you guys do is just incredible. Superior. Spectacular. Amazing. That wasn't even who I wanted to throw that at, but it worked out just fine, I guess. Now this poor guy's stuck back here too. Everybody getting stuck all the time in the Sable bases. This is good. I needed to do this anyway, or else I probably would have gotten my butt kicked in whatever big boss fights I'm about to run up against. I needed a few seconds to, you know, get reacclimated. There we go. How about you? You got the armor, so it's not gonna matter, is it? Yeah. Here, listen. Is this gonna do it? It will. Okay, good. There we go, finally. Alright. Are you the last one? Can we be done now? Yay. Only one more of those.
All that drama. For what?
Come on, man. Sometimes those super jumps that you get when landing on the perches are actually don't work in the benefit of precision, but whatever.
Got the people out of the cells. They don't seem inclined to continue their protest.
The Fear itself suit has quad damage attached to it.
But right now, I'll settle for keeping innocent people out of lockup. Thanks.
The Fear itself one, is that the one where he's a weird skeleton man? Where is it? No, the Spirit Spider. What's Fear itself? There it is. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, temporarily deals massive damage. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like having the Web Blossom to switch to, and I need it. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting impatient. I want to be able to just cheat a little bit. But I like some of the other stuff, like the sprinting thing and the, being able to, the battle focus one just for extra healing earlier on in the game. Now that I'm a bit better at the game, I don't need the battle focus one as much as possible. I mean, as much as I used to. Well, let's just head this direction. The next Sable base is right next to the Taskmaster thingamajiggy, and then after that, we will proceed with the story. While we're just swinging over there, how's everybody doing today? Obviously, things are slowing down a little bit here on the Research Runs YouTube channel since the Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough is all done for now. I'm hoping to, like I said before, as I mentioned previously, have a couple of research rambles that were filmed a while ago that never quite finished editing, so hopefully we'll see some of those coming out at some point in the near future.
Control. We are arresting civilians who refuse to cooperate with locating Spider-Man.
Captain, these Sable guys look like they forced all the residents out of a building so they could occupy it themselves. And locked up the ones who objected.
Okay, that I can get something.
Also thinking about supplementing, main things for supplementing the channel's output with for now are going to be a couple of things we filmed a while ago and hopefully some more streams. I'm not sure what we're going to stream after Spider-Man. I have some ideas, but I have not made any final decisions on the matter. Might put it to a vote, I don't know. I have, like I said, I have some ideas of what I'd like to do. So might even wind up saying, hey, here are like 3 or 4 things that I'd like to do on stream and put up a poll on Twitter or somewhere else and to help figure out which one of those would be the best idea to do first, or maybe to do only if we don't do many of these. I don't know. I still don't think we're going to have a consistent streaming schedule. Somebody was actually asking me about that just very recently. Discussing whether this was going to be a super regular thing or not. I don't think there's necessarily going to be a regular schedule for this because, quite frankly, I'm not sure that my personal schedule would accommodate doing this at really consistent times and days. But I'd like to be able to do this relatively frequently, maybe at least once a week if at all manageable. I feel like that's a reasonable amount. More than that if we could, but I feel like once a week at least is kind of would kind of be a good baseline. But I don't know, we'll see. Okay, he was safe a second ago, now he's not. Well, never mind. No more stealth. No more stealth for me. Probably should have done that to the guy with the stun baton, but whatever. It's not a big deal. It's all gonna work out in the end just fine. Oh, right, I forgot. I have the double takedown thing now. Crud, of course. I actually screwed that up. I could have taken that guy down right away because I now have the ability to follow up one takedown with a second takedown immediately afterwards, as I will demonstrate. Shabams! All for the cost of one. Completely forgot about that during the last two encounters. See, this is why we're doing this. This is why we're getting warmed up again. Can we please break this freaking armor? There we go, okay. Did it, finally, ouch. Oh crud, I thought I was gonna be able to take out both of them with the 2-for-1, but there we go. Still managed to get to another one fast enough to take advantage. Where do you think you're going, buddy? Now what? I've also got this, like, this pickup velocity. Honestly, I should be throwing out a couple of drones. I'll wait until I'm really surrounded, then I'll throw out a drone or two. Or just one, I don't know. I'm not using my gadgets very, liberally, and I probably should be. But I suppose it's not a huge deal one way or the other. As I said before, we're just getting reacclimated before we rush into the, game's final bosses, since I haven't played this in about a week.
Hey, reinforcements! Now it's a party!
Wrong, did not kick that quite accurately. Alright, when they got the full armor on, I don't know why I keep trying. I guess there's gotta be more than just the electricity that actually breaks their armor, though, right? Maybe throwing stuff at them breaks armor consistently, I'm not sure. Well, we're almost done fighting Sable, guys, so a bit late for me to learn the most effective ways to combat them. Oh, sweet, a lot of guys together. That's great. Means I can do a couple of these in rapid succession. With cheat codes, basically. More or less.
Criminals out there, right?
Spider-Man, I confirmed your suspicions. People displaced from the residences are staying in shelters or on the street.
I know what it's like not to have anywhere to stay. It's a good thing these Sable agents have body armor, because I just might lose my temper.
Oh, geez, there's a lot of you over here.
Hey, Sable agent! Help! I'm being attacked by Sable agent! Oh, wait a minute!
You're gonna need several medics at this rate.
More backup? You know, for private security, you guys aren't very private.
You know, just once, I think something that really would, it would have to be like a really low percentage chance of it happening, but I think something that would really make the quips, like, because I honestly, like, these are pretty good, you know, they're not all winners, but that's fine, because not everything that comes out of Spider-Man's mouth should actually be funny, because he's joking around, he's not joking around because he's a comedian, he's joking around because he's scared. He's trying to diffuse tension. So not everything that he says should be funny, but what would be good is if, like, like 1% of the time. Like out of every 100 times that he says something, you should just get one of the goons kind of chuckles at it, and another one goes, "Dude, shut up! Don't laugh at that." And you have got a lot going on, haven't you? Come on, come on. Okay, I didn't do that fast enough. I burned both my meters, but it's okay, because that was the end of the encounter anyway. Bam, done.
Seriously? How else did you think that would end?
Skimming back through chat really quickly. Epic Blue Boy, I saw you say this while I was talking about other things to stream. You proposed Hollow Knight? No thanks. Not that I have a problem with that game, just no, not really on my list. Not on my short list, I'm afraid.
Captain, the people that were locked up are headed back to their homes.
Good. And I finally convinced the mayor's office that making constituents homeless was not good for his poll numbers, so they won't be pulling that stuff.
Epic Blue Boy asks, haven't had time to catch the streams. Where are you at in the story? We're right at the very end. That's what I was saying, is that we've probably got
Good news.
like an hour. I was told 2 to 3 hours left.
No more locking up New Yorkers without due
Last thing that happened was Miles went and got some medical supplies out of the camp where Scorpion and the Rhino were beating up a bunch of Sable guys.
I hear rank and file Sable agents blame you for stopping the Great Return.
I mean, that's fair. I did stop it.
And no one's going to stop them.
By now, I think it'd freak me out more if nobody was gunning for me. Let him come. I'll be ready.
Alrighty, so before we go on to the final story mission, we got one more task ahead of us. It's an actual, literal task. We have one more Taskmaster challenge. Presumably, I don't know how you unlock it. I assume that you get the final Taskmaster boss fight just by completing all of his tasks, but I don't know that for sure because I haven't looked into it. So we'll complete this, and if we get a fight, we get a fight, and if we don't, then we don't. Who cares? We'll find out later.
Prisoners are opening fire from stolen vehicles. Nearest officer.
Oh no, crud! Oh crap. Well, whatever. I guess we're doing this first. Went to the wrong waypoint. I guess we're doing the story mission first. Then we'll do Taskmaster later. Oops. Forgot. Don't put the controller onto the table while I'm recording.
There is no one my size, Hulk.
Or maybe we could just talk it out.
Alrighty, here we go.
Rhino, what's with the team up? Thought you were alone.
Beast and ends. All of night with beast and ends.
You gonna throw stuff at me? Well, you can try. How does punching this guy even accomplish anything is my question.
Freedom. True freedom.
Freedom from the suit? Yeah.
No more rhinos.
So it looks like I'm gonna have to lure him underneath these things to drop on his head, primarily. Looks like that's our primary method of attack here.
I always liked this suit. So distinctive.
Be thankful, Hulk. Without
Okay, didn't quite do that. Right. I was hoping he would charge for me while I came down on him, but I guess I was underestimating how fast he was. Crap. Looks like that one you can redo, since the crane just comes right back up. So that's nice. Get a do-over chance. This way, buddy. Come on.
What about our stimulating battleside chat?
you are funny, Malik. I am almost sorry to destroy your tiny feet.
I mean, I imagine that just running up and trying to hit him is not going to work, but I can try. I also doubt this is going to work, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Yeah, I didn't think it would. Oh, didn't mean to heal, but that's fine. I guess I needed to anyway. I wasn't even looking at my health. That didn't do anything, did it? Nah, we're good. All right, I just wanted to check. We're just checking the things, because I don't know. Come over here, buddy. That didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, but that's fine.
Okay, Rhino. Let's wrap this up.
At the same time...
An 8-ton infant to do a man's job. Let's finish this.
Okay.
Love you, but you do know it's rude to cut in, right?
I'm returning. I'm just getting a little bit of distance from him. Come on now, video game. It's fine.
Him to give up? Yes, Gargan, that is exactly what I would have done.
Ah, like an old married couple, you two.
No hallucinogenics this time, buddy? Really disappointed, actually. I mean, I'm not disappointed. We don't need to distract this fight with hallucinogenics, but just observing. Really thought you would try harder. Okay, well, I know how to deal with Rhino, so let's try and just deal with him first, and then we'll figure out how to actually deal with the Scorpion.
You have a name yet? The Scary Six? The Dirty Half Dozen?
How about we murdered Spider-Man and used his corpse for a blanket?
I don't see any more stuff to drop on... Here we go. Here's the thing to drop on Rhino's head. Come on, Rhino. Over here, buddy. Ow, okay. He kept going through that. I expected him to get stuck there.
Gadgets might help.
Come on, Rhino. There you go. Crap, he didn't come all the way.
Get him, you idiot! Get him! Come down and help, Rock!
Guys, please! There's plenty of me to go around.
That wasn't what I wanted to do. Crud. Okay, this is, like I said, this is why we had to do a little bit... If I hadn't done those missions ahead of time, this would be going even worse right now.
Gargan, what are you doing? Playing patty cake, you idiot! Help me!
Rhino's getting his suit removed. What did Octavius promise you, Scorpion?
Money. Gargan has no
Yeah.
price for profit. Untrue. I'd rip Spider-Man's face off for free. The money.
I was hoping we would use this move against him. Yeah, you can use that during the hallucinogenic sequence against the fake Scorpions. So I was hoping we would use that move against the real one. That was great.
We fail because of you, Gargan. You will know the pain this truth is hard. Try it, Red Menace. Hell, maybe I'll just pull you out of this myself. Peace. Peace.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Starting to feel like I don't even need to be here. You guys want to sort this out yourselves?
There's a lot going on in these 2-on-1 boss fights. I'm not complaining. It's just a lot. Okay. Come over here, Rhino. I want to hurt you more. That didn't count? Okay, well, whatever. I tried my best, really.
Pathetic Gargan. I will squash Pog myself.
Alright, let's try this again. Come over here, buddy. I know you can do it. Okay, I can't do it. Somebody can do it. Maybe not me, though. Finally! Okay, here we go.
All uncrushed? There is fun in that.
Ouch, that hurt.
Come here, ouch. I will teach you to throw real punch.
My jaw's already absorbed that particular lesson. Thanks.
Is that it? Great, awesome. Okay, that was not handled gracefully, but I did it. It's over.
Do you know what Octavius will do if he finds out you failed?
Didn't I hear you took a poetry class in the raft? Like a therapy thing?
You freak show!
Well, you're telling me Rhino couldn't break out of that?
Together time might help you boys learn to play nice. All right, Yuri, that's 4 down. Just Octavius and Lee left.
Oh, yeah. 3 SWAT guys and 4 beat cops.
Devil's Breath cases
They'll
are getting
contain the
worse.
Scorpion and Rhino.
About an anti-serum. I'm worried they're seeing dollar signs in a seller's market.
I'd expect nothing less from our beloved mayor.
That's pretty
Leave Devil's Breath to me.
horrible,
One of my best people
but
on it.
whatever. I guess he is a villain. That's fine. One of my best people is on it.
Pete, hey. I've been through the city, state, and federal databases. If this Devil's Breath lab does exist, it's off the books. The only other place I can think to look is in Norman's personal files.
I've already been through his office computer. Are you thinking his penthouse? That building's full of Sable's men. If they spot me, other residents could get hurt in a firefight.
I know, but I might be able to get in undetected. I can sneak in, find the lab's location, and get out. If anything goes wrong, I'll call you for backup.
Okay. It's risky, but we need that location. Wait for me to get nearby, then make your move.
I'll be ready.
I see some people in the chat talking about the Venom movie. I actually had to check because I knew I saw the Rotten Tomatoes scores and whatnot. People were going around. The reviews weren't great, but sometimes those come out before the movie actually releases. Movie is apparently out. Wow. That snuck up on me. Not that I care, but, oh, no, I see. It's coming out tomorrow, but there are some screenings today because now midnight screenings are 7 o'clock screenings. Boy, that movie's gonna tank so hard. I hope it does, at least. I really hope that movie just does horribly at the box office. I don't think anybody's really excited for it, but I guess I could be mistaken. I've been wrong before.
Now bear with me. We train, outfit, and deploy
Police, Spider-Man?
rhinoceroses. You got a rhino? We got a rhino too, baby.
Why not police hippopotamuses? They're killing machines. Much more lethal than rhinoceroses.
All units, officers are pinned down by snipers.
Sorry, officers. You're gonna have to deal with that situation on your own. Somebody says the ironic shock seems to be that Thor the Dark World is better than Venom. Oh dear. Would you please stop that? I don't need to do well on this one, I just need to go ahead and beat it. I think. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the Taskmaster thing doesn't show up until you perfect all of the Taskmaster's tasks. I really don't know. Like I said, I haven't looked into it at all. But I'm not going to spend 20 minutes trying to perfect this, so. That was not, I thought those guys were closer than they were. That was not an effective usage of that, but whatever. Too late now. I didn't quite have the force that I wanted it to. That still didn't knock him into a wall. Crap. That wasn't the guy that I wanted that to lock onto, but whatever, it's okay. Ultimately, everything's gonna work out just fine. Oh, you're up there, are you? That was pretty bad. That's gonna be abysmal. Oh, okay.
That on a business card.
That wasn't too bad. I got the silver. That's fine. But like I said, I don't think the Taskmaster is gonna care if I aced it or not. We'll see. I don't know the requirements, so I could be completely wrong. Considering I'm not getting a call from him right now, I'm kind of working on the assumption that I'm gonna get ambushed like I did during one of the previous ones. I'm gonna fast travel to here, and we're gonna see what happens. Last time that I got grabbed by him, it was because I just fast traveled. I don't know if it was because I fast traveled to a spot where he always ambushes you. Okay, yeah, alright. So it looks like he just gets you after a certain amount of time. Great, okay. We'll see how this goes.
If you know my moves, you know I'm gonna wreck you.
Yeah, see, Epic Blue Boy helping out. I wasn't looking at chat, saying, perfecting them is for suits and upgrades. Beating them is good enough for the fight. Alrighty. Thank you, Epic Blue Boy.
Eyes me if you can.
Alrighty, here we go. That guy down at the end of the alleyway is just watching. Like, oh, geez. That's a lot of stuff going on down there. And they're coming. She's coming towards us. She wants to see.
How about a refresher course? Can't block if he's in
So do we always have this fight in this little alleyway, or is it,
Hey, that's a Spider-Man original!
So do we always fight him in this alleyway, or does he dynamically, like, fight you in an area close to where he snags you? Like, where are we right now in the map? Now we're right next to where I warped to. So unless I happen to warp to the place where he always fights you, it looks like it adapts to your location. That's interesting. Right, what am I doing? I can't shoot those at him. Ow. Oh, no. Get out of there, Spider-Man. Ow. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if this is gonna matter, but...
Made an impact. You favor your right leg. I noticed that when you were throwing my bombs.
You'll notice it again when I kick your face. Keep this up, and you're not gonna like my teacher evaluation.
If I get paid for results, then I always get.
If you're such a fan, why don't you come fight with me?
Had a feeling that would work pretty well.
Now, Taskmaster, why are you stalking me?
An organization hired me to see if you're worth recruiting.
I'd rather be Jonah Jameson's foot masseur than work for anyone who'd hire you.
Your loss. They pay 6 figures. Guess some people just deserve to be poor.
6 figures? Nah.
Alrighty. Took care of that. Those are fun little fights. Him using your stuff against you. I kind of cheated it by using Unrelenting Fury. That pretty much broke that fight. Since his whole gimmick is supposed to be you have to counter him, he doesn't actually have that much health. Unrelenting Fury completely busted that. But whatever.
We have reports of an active mob situation. Officers needed in Yorkville.
I'll play it for real on another playthrough, where I'm not cheating. Here we go.
Okay, MJ, I'm a couple blocks away. Let me know if you get into trouble.
Alrighty, now we'll continue on with the story for realsies. Now we've taken care of Rhino and Scorpion, which is more of just a, well, gotta be done. Let's get back to plot.
Thanks, Pete. Wish me luck. Okay. Norman's penthouse is on the top floor, but the elevator's on lockdown.
Ooh, that's pretty pathetic. Billy the Kid Lawrence has this to say about Venom. I saw the Venom post-credits scene, and it's exactly what I knew it was going to be, right down to the dialogue, rolls eyes. Then he also adds, and there's a, quote, second post-credits scene. It's just an ad for Into the Spider-Verse. Sony is getting desperate. They should throw in the towel.
Security room. But that guard will see me if I go in. Residents are pretty upset. Maybe I can rile them up to create a distraction.
Well, these video game prompts seem to imply that that's entirely possible.
Never happens to him.
The mayor and his friends are exempt. Security let one of his biggest donors back upstairs right away.
I knew it. It's all one big boys club. Come on.
Ugh. Every second we stay down here, we risk catching that plague.
Definitely stay away from the receptionist. Been coughing up a storm.
What? They have to let us back upstairs.
Indeed they do. Nobody cares that Mary Jane is running around in the water. Interesting. I figured I wouldn't be allowed to walk onto that.
Animals. If I get sick, I'll sue you into the ground. Let us upstairs before we all catch the disease.
Left my stupid inhaler upstairs.
I heard they'll let you up if you claim special circumstances. The health emergency might do it.
Really? Come on, let's go talk to security.
Is that enough people? I don't see any other prompts. Okay, Mary Jane says that was enough people.
Out here. We got a situation. Oh man, I can't breathe. Let me back
Security
upstairs.
room's open. Just need to get to the door without being seen.
Everyone, please stay calm. Sable International has nearly finished their sweep. That's what you said an hour.
Hello.
They'll never see me coming!
Nice to meet you.
Man, I set it down. I swear your way out of here. We're in charge. Okay, I'm gone. Sweep complete. Clear.
I like this thing. Gotta turn him around.
Stay alert. I think we got company.
Good boy.
Mary Jane, stop talking to yourself. You're trying to sneak, remember?
I'm sure Sable will offer elevator controls in the security room. Mary Jane Watson? Super spy. Time to unlock that elevator.
Let's have a look here.
That did it. Norman's clearing out, and the elevator's unlocked. Time to head upstairs.
That was a simple one. I mean, I assume there's more, but that sequence was simple.
Penthouse elevator. This is it. Norman and Sable. Right on cue.
Find the alarm technician. But
Stupid useless button.
You have to hit the close button, Mary Jane.
Norman's guards have all cleared out. If he's hiding something up here, I'm gonna find it.
Warning. Fire doors engaged. Automated self-diagnostic commencing. Please remain calm.
Oh, yeah? Does self-diagnostic scan me? Am I okay to look around and I'm not going to be detected? Why does, I mean, I guess, it's fine for him, actually. I was gonna make a David Cage massive apartment joke, but actually Norman Osborn is justified living in a massive apartment since he's wildly rich and the mayor of New York City at the same time.
What is this thing?
Are you serious?
Schematics for a prototype combat mask. Looks like it can reveal structural weaknesses.
Are you for real? You serious? Prototype peacekeeping helmet. Okay. Interesting. Where have I seen something like this before? What am I doing here?
This mask is incredible. Is it showing a door hidden in that wall? Wonder where it leads.
Okay, interesting.
Norman bids the fabulous Osborn boys. Secret keypad behind the family portrait. Norman must like spy movies. I need to find the code for that keypad.
Okay. I like solving mysteries. Rewriting history. Woo! What's going on here? More
Blueprint for
blueprints.
the apartment. Tons of empty space right behind the wall with a family portrait. Who leaves space unused in a Manhattan apartment?
Yeah, so I guess that's the hint to look for the secret room if you don't find it by using the not a green goblin mask.
Downstairs just ballooned. I think Norman's being moved. Worried they might spot me.
I might have had something to do with that. Keep your distance. I should be okay for now.
Oh, I see prompts.
Scientific journals debating the Spider-Man problem. So weird there's a whole cottage industry focused on explaining Pete's powers.
Did we mention where the
Norman is such an active part of it.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say if she hadn't had that line I would have asked. I guess that is we're rolling with the Oscorp made the spider explanation. I was wondering, because I don't think we've really addressed where the spider came from in this game. Nor did we address it in Homecoming, though. You know, there it wasn't really important. As soon as you bring up people are trying to figure out where the Spider-Man got his powers from, and that journal is sitting in Osborn's house, then that makes me go, so, was it Oscorp in this universe? In Homecoming, it doesn't really matter. It has nothing to do with what's happening in that story, so the matter of where the spider came from is completely irrelevant. Is there another door around here that I am somehow overlooking completely? Because despite the absurd size of this apartment, there's no bed, there's not a bed anywhere, so I have to assume that there's more going on here. I didn't see a prompt on these doors. Hello? Okay, interesting. What's this?
Work order for key padlock. Looks like he used Harry's last day as the code. That must be the day Harry left for Europe.
Okay, hopefully, Mary Jane knows that information. Oh, okay, alright. Got it. Alright, thank you, video game.
Harry said his mom used to cook all the time. I'd be surprised if Norman has ever even touched the stove.
I've started cooking myself a lot more recently. Not literally, I myself have started cooking, not I have started cooking myself. That doesn't make sense. One cannot cook himself. At least it would be exceptionally difficult. I've been cooking a lot more recently, is what I need to say. It's weird. They make it sound like it's some big secret. You just put things in a pan and you throw things in there and you make it hot and then food comes out.
Norman locked up Harry's room. Wants it untouched for when Harry returns from Europe. But where did he put the key?
Why do we want to get into Harry's room? Is that relevant? To keep all of his secrets in his son's bedroom? Isn't it usually the opposite of that?
Hey, Dad. On my way to Dr. Michael's for one last shot before the big trip. Hey, if you're gonna meet me there, could you grab my journal from my room? I just wanted to record some thoughts on the big Bon Voyage day. Anyway.
Interesting.
Listen, I know I don't say this enough, but thank you, Dad. You know, for doing this. I love you.
Wow. Haven't heard Harry's voice in so long. He sounds so tired. Let's hope that journal is still here. Gotta check his room.
There are a lot of elements of this that I'm curious about how they're going to incorporate things, considering that they shipped Harry off for a year, or not necessarily for a year, they shipped him off for the duration of this game, that Norman is now the mayor, no Green Goblin-y stuff, at least not yet.
Norman certainly likes to
Since he
remind
just found
us
that
of his
helmet.
status. The photo was removed, though. Wonder what was there.
Photo? That photo. I assume that photo. Does he have that mirror from The Big Lebowski, where it's makes you look like you're on the cover of Time magazine?
Ugh, Norman would have a pool. New York is about subway rats and street pizza, not sunbathing and umbrella drinks.
I would argue that New York is about the disparity between those two things, but, you know, that's up to you, MJ. You live there, not me. The wide gap, so to speak. The 1% and the 99.
Norman's
Am I right,
bedroom is
fellas?
bigger than my entire apartment. Now I feel sad.
This is a lovely view and space that he has here. What a great setup. This is rad. Open floor plan. Steps leading up to a bath in the center of the room. Wide windows. No blinds, though. Even if you are in the 90th floor or whatever. I doubt we're actually 90 stories up. I don't know, maybe we are. We're pretty high. We're not that high, but I think I would still want some blinds just in case. Even if I just wanted it to be dark. What if I just wanted to sit in the room in the dark? I don't really see any blinds. Maybe they were inside the windows, but I don't see them. Oh, here, curtain. I guess you pull that out. Was there one in the bathroom? No curtain in the bathroom. What if you got some peeping Tom trying to spy on you?
Harry's mom, Emily.
Even with binoculars down on ground level.
I for calling her the prettiest mom at Midtown, but you might have been right. Feels like there's something attached to the back of the frame.
That was awfully lucky of you to say that, MJ.
Score. This must be the key for Harry's room.
Well, I guess we got that. To be fair, if that's a critical item and there wasn't some kind of clue to its presence, it could take people hours to find it. I think I've been flipping everything around, so I think I would find most stuff.
They look like they used to be so close. What could have ruined a friendship like this?
Inside the friendship, reshaping our world. Way too small for me to read. I'm sure somebody will rip all the files out of the game and blow up some of that stuff to full res.
Happy birthday, dear. Sorry I'm a little late. It's been a busy month. I miss you, Em. Especially today. I've put Harry... I've sent him away. For treatment.
Oh?
Fix him, Em. I promise. Development of GR-27 was too slow to save you. It won't fail, Harry. I'm keeping his room exactly as it is, ready for when he gets back.
Yeah.
I know you keep it safe.
Wait, Norman sent Harry away for treatment? I thought he went to Europe on his own.
Does he have the Osborn curse? Is this a sequel or is this a remake of the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Is he dying from the Osborn curse? Oh no. No, no,
Harris
no.
Mom planted this when he was born. Looks like Norman has made a point of caring for it now that she's gone. Beautiful.
Or paying somebody else to care for it, Mary Jane. Avengers Tower. I went up there, but then I noticed that there was a,
Happy birthday, dear.
Weird, it said I could reprompt, it's give me an opportunity to prompt it again, so I assume that there was another track, since some of these tape recorders have had multiple messages on them.
I miss you, Em.
Let's search the rest of the place before we go through that, that final checkpoint. Waypoint, whatever. Nobody's playing chess. Not at that table. You can't even sit at this table. See, now I'm taking some umbrage with the layout of this place. This table is basically useless. Look at this. The distance from the sofas to the table. You don't have any little tables on the side of the sofa. All these wine glasses. You're sitting on the sofa, watching a movie, chatting. You gotta get up and walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full paces just to get to your wine glass. So the opulence is getting in the way of the opulence.
I used to be so jealous of Harry's family.
Oh, the humanity.
They were so happy. At least compared to me and my dad. But when Emily got sick, everything changed.
Huh. I don't remember what it was. I remember Mary Jane made some kind of quick quip or comment about her parents earlier in this game, but I seem to remember thinking it was a lot more amicable than the Ultimate version, where, like, in Ultimate Spider-Man, her dad is, like, not physically abusive, but emotionally abusive, and, like, eventually he, like, divorces her mom, and they leave. I forget all the details of that in Ultimate, but I seem to recall earlier she spoke about him somewhat amicably, and there she was like, we're not, I don't know, whatever. I guess it's for me to find out, right? Not for me to know.
We used to be so carefree. I miss those days.
I find it interesting that Harry's actually looks dorkier. It's the one with the glasses. But I guess when you live in this apartment, you can look as dorky as you want, right? Doesn't really matter.
God, Pete and I loved coming over here to watch movies when we were kids. A different world from Queens. Funny how Harry always wanted the opposite. Nothing made him happier than watching cartoons on the little TV in May's kitchen.
So you want to hang out, because everybody wants to hang out with Aunt May for as much time as possible. Any excuse.
What? This can't be for Harry, can it?
Puddle Jumper says, Jacob is the Elon Musk of YouTube? What did I do to deserve such an insult?
His last entry is marked July 18. That must be the code to that room.
Europe in quotation marks? Leaving for Europe today, ha. Not sure how this is going to go. Dad says there's no risk, but that's Dad. Dr. Michaels thinks it's more like 50-50. So, okay, I might not make it. If that happens, I bet you'll be reading this, Dad. Who am I kidding? You're probably reading it anyway. Norman always has to know. So if you are reading this, Dad, and if no risk at all turns out to be another Osborne campaign promise, then do me a favor. Show this next part to Pete and MJ. Just them. Please. Thanks, Dad. I love you. You should have put it on another page, Harry. Like, turn to the next page. Not on the same page. Whatever. To Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson. Guys, I'm sorry. Really sorry. If you're reading this, man, this is tough. Even in an imagined hypothetical letter to you, it's hard to be honest. Here goes. I'm sick. Like, really sick. Doctors think it's the same thing my mom had. Neurodegeneration. Rapid onset. I've known for a while, but thought I could manage it. I didn't tell you cause I didn't tell you. I was worried how you'd react. And I couldn't stand to see you go through what I did with my mom. Watching her suffer, knowing I couldn't help, watching her die was worse than the dying. Well, you just need to get a bit of Spider-Man's blood! Things got really bad recently. All of those times when I was wiped out from partying or super busy. Yeah, not partying, not busy, sick. This Europe trip, well, it's a cover. I'm going in for treatment. Experimental, long-term. Dad's been working on it forever, promises it'll work. He hates the nickname the techs have for it. Devil's Breath. Says it makes something good seem scary, but maybe Devil's Breath is what I need. A little bit of bad to do a lot of good. Okay, Dad's here. Time to go. Okay. I thought maybe Mary Jane would, like, voice a specific particular comment if I, Oh, geez. I hope there wasn't anything else to find in that room.
Should not rush off without a plan.
You are staying here. The antiserum's ready, and I'm going to supervise production.
You will be completely vulnerable without me.
I seem to be completely vulnerable with you. I'm going alone. End of discussion.
Keep Team 2 on standby. I'm getting some air.
Okay, hold on. Was there anything else in Harry's room?
Pete, Norman's cure is ready. He's headed to the lab it's at now. Can you follow?
Not without alerting him. Somebody spiked Sable's coffee today. Her men are set on double secret probation alert.
Okay, then stay ready.
Okay, nothing else in here. At least, not that I can look at anymore. Where are these gentlemen? I don't even see any of them. There's one outside. Oh, there's one right there. He's looking for one of those wine glasses. Oh, crap.
Copy. Making a sweep.
Alright, I have this now. I forgot. Now drag his body inside Mary Jane where nobody will see him. No? Okay, that's fine. She's still an amateur at this sort of stuff. Well, that was bad. Epic Blue Boy says game audio is a little bit low. I'll turn it up just a bit. Hopefully it'll be slightly better soon.
5 by 5 control. Area clear.
Where's that guy? Where'd he go? What happened to the dude? I don't know, whatever. It's too late now. This is wildly suspicious. Somebody's gonna see all these bodies. Including this guy. He's gonna see the body of his friend. Okay, that wasn't good. Well, now they're gonna know that I'm coming.
Okay.
Beep bop
July
boop.
18. Bingo.
Close the door behind you. There we go. Good. All right, now we're safe.
Super creepy.
Spiders.
The location of the Devil's Breath lab.
He needs the Spider-Man blood.
Useful. Spiders. Is Norman trying to reverse engineer Peter's abilities?
I need his blood. He
On
has
these cages.
enhanced healing.
Bioelectrokinesis. Optical camouflage? What the hell is he trying to create?
GR-27 research log. The whole project has gone to hell. GR-27 is a cure, not a disease. But try telling that to the evening news. Somehow, they've picked up the technician's morbid nickname, Devil's Breath, and are using it to stoke hysteria. They have no idea what it's really capable of.
So what you're saying, Norman, is that they're spreading fake news?
Disorders, birth defects. With just a little more research, I know we could perfect it. Instead, I'll spend the next 18 months on PR mop-up. What a waste of time.
Yeah, what a huge waste of time.
Disease?
Everybody in New York dying from a horrible disease.
I almost can't believe it. Harry and Emily's medical records.
Interesting.
GR-27 was developed to treat them.
Yeah, I've gathered that,
Devil's
MJ.
Breath is a failed cure for Norman's own family.
I mean, that doesn't make it okay for the dozens of people who are dying horribly.
A child's x-ray. But it's not Harry or Emily. Who is this? That aura around him. Is this Martin Lee?
Interesting. Okay. I was gonna say, we still really don't have the Martin Lee connection on. I still feel like I don't know everything about Martin. So I guess we've still got something to go there. The prompt insists there's more. I think I got everything. What else do you want me to see, prompt? Anything? I really think that's it. I really think that's it, prompt.
Harry and Emily's
There wasn't
medical
anything on the
records.
back, was there? No?
GR-27 was developed to
No?
treat them.
We got it. We got it. That
Devil's
was it.
Breath is a failed cure for Norman's own family.
That looks like end the sequence. I'm gonna look around a little bit more. Like a big blank table with nothing to examine that says examine means I'm gonna turn on a thing that will probably advance the sequence. So let's see what else is around here.
Norman's got a real mad scientist thing going on. What are these things? Prototype hand grenades?
Why would you need hand grenades? They're gonna cure hand grenade related diseases.
Norman wins the fancy map contest. Looks like the Upper
Oh
West Side.
no, a blue hologram menu!
Looks like Norman's tracking Dr. Michael's movements. Creepfest. Dr. Strom. Isn't he a robotics expert? No movement from Dr. Van Adder. Must be out of the city. Dr. Michaels leads the Devil's Breath team. Wherever the anti-serum is, he must have been too. No, I need to track Michaels. Van Adder is it. Dr. Michaels leads the Devil's Breath team. Wherever the anti-serum is, he must have been too.
Can I move this map or something? Because this is really giving me very limited information to work off of, but whatever.
This shows all of Oscorp's properties. Had no idea they owned so much of New York.
Defense contracts? Is that what that means? Just defense. That I don't know. Like, are you playing a tower defense game? Are these buildings where you fulfill defense contracts? What does that mean?
Buildings.
Okay, here we go. Better. Thank you.
Wow. So many records facilities. Oscorp's going all in on defense research. Sable troop deployments. They're stationed all over the city. I bet I can find the Devil's Breath lab with this.
Oh, you want to find...
It must be an Oscorp property with a ton of Sable protection.
Yeah.
Frequented by Dr. Michaels.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've gathered the game now.
Bravo. And this must be the C team. Nope, that's just a Sable. Good old Alpha team. None of these patrols crossed. No. A records facility could be perfect cover for the Devil's Breath lab. Devil's Breath lab must have a GR-27. That's the code name for Devil's Breath. This is it. 10th and Cathedral. Isn't that...
Is that the Feast building or something?
I knew it. 10th and Cathedral, Oscorp's records department.
Okay, no, alright. I was like, concerned for a
Perfect
second
place to
there.
hide a secret biotech facility. GR-27 Martin Lee incident.
Okay, backstory time. in
Be
86.
right next door. Just relax and let
Turn the volume way down, Mary Jane.
宝贝，不要担心，不要害怕，妈妈在。
这个会治好你。放心。
你在怎么了？发生了什么事？怎么可能？给妈妈呼吸！
I thought this was just a consultation. Hoisting ready. Not going in there. No, you can't.
Oh, well, okay. That explains that.
What have you done?
Oh my god.
And it's all so simple, ladies and gentlemen.
They started all of this. They created Lee. I have to get this.
Oh, come on, Mary Jane. Are you for real? She's gonna get bit by a spider, and she's gonna become a Spider-Man. Mary Jane's gonna have to fight Spider Sable.
Damn it.
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put the controller on my shoulder, so when it vibrates, it feels like there's something crawling on me. Oh, the vibration stopped as soon as I got the idea. Spider's dead, Ned.
I've got the lab location. And a lot more. How far away are you?
2 avenues over. Say the word and I'm there.
Great. Keep the motor running.
Patrolling sector, status clear.
Oh, crud. That guy's probably gonna see that, but whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, gee whiz. That was a bad idea. I didn't realize where I was going. I wasn't looking at the waypoint right away.
Control, send backup.
Can I just run out here and hope that I don't get seen? Or is that wishful thinking? Nah, I'm good. Nobody will look out here. Nobody suspects a thing. Oh, crud.
Who's there?
Nope, didn't work. One second, guys. Hold on one moment. All right, hold on. Now let's give this another shot. I mean, honestly, going through the outside worked pretty well. I just need to worry about that guy coming into the bathroom at the wrong time.
Sweep complete. Sector clear.
Haha! That worked out perfectly. He never saw it coming. He actually totally did see it coming. He looked right at me as I punched him in the gut with that taser.
Need to clear that balcony.
Control, I heard something. Running a sweep.
Okay.
Boss, we got her.
That'll stop him, Mary Jane.
Turning off lights now.
Oh, okay, close the door. Alright, I didn't realize it was a glass door. I thought they would just go right over it. They've seen your face. This is really a bad situation.
You are crazy.
You're amazing.
Well, that was pretty great. That was cute. That was nice to have a little... They spent so much of the game bickering. It's nice to see them, you know, really actually working together very effectively there at the end. I mean, you know, it's an arc, whatever. I'm invested in these two. They're well written. I want to see where everything kind of goes, and I guess this is it. Part of it, anyway.
Harry's sick? Norman and Lee and Dr. Octavius?
I know.
This is all my fault.
No, not the song again. You are not alone anymore, Pete. Let Miles and me look after Feast. You find Norman. You find the cure.
Thanks, partner.
How did that spider stay on her through that whole excursion? That's pretty impressive. So who gets bit? Does she get bit or does Miles get bit? One of them gets bit and becomes a spider person. Though I assume if the spider was working properly, Norman would have used it to make himself into a Spider-Man. I'm afraid that it's more of a bad batch spider and it's gonna make somebody into a gross not working Spider-Man.
They've both done so much good for the world. They can't throw their legacies away just to spite Norman.
Sure they can, Peter. They're literally doing it right now.
Better update Yuri.
I hope this is good news.
Define good news.
Created an anti-serum.
There's a cure? Oh, thank God. How quickly can we get it to people?
I'm on my way to find out. The lab is at 10th and Cathedral.
Wait. I just got a report of a helicopter going down in that area.
Okay, great.
Oh no. That could be Norman's helicopter.
I'd send officers your way, but I don't have any.
Don't worry, I'm on it. This will all be over soon, I promise.
This is literally the whole crisis. I really would. Somebody wants a piece of me?
Hot stuff coming through.
Sable teams, this is Control.
Oh, okay, somebody's just blaming me for the situation, as per usual. That's fine.
Violation of Martial Law Statute 237. He's detained an illegal civilian gathering. Please advise on further action.
Well, I'm glad that there's somebody who still likes me, at least.
Folks, I know you're scared. But when I hear reports of looting, the fights over food or medicine, I say to myself, we are better than this.
Are we, J. Jonah Jameson?
Better than this. I've known you my whole life. I am proud to be a member of this community. Don't give in to fear. Help each other. Stand up for those who need it. I've always hated hearing Spider-Man called a hero. Because real heroes are the people who get up every day with no special powers and do the right thing simply because it is the right thing. So I'm asking you now, be the heroes I know you all are. J. Jonah Jameson believes in you.
That was interesting. I guess we really are at the very ending of the game because we're throwing in time-sensitive, supportive J. Jonah Jameson messages.
Status update from Museum Mile. Observation post is live. On alert for priority targeting.
Hold on. I've been up to the top of the Avengers Tower already, and I got the photos of it and the relevant dialogue, but then I saw there was a trophy for perching on the Avengers Tower specifically, so since we're already here, let's go ahead and take care of that really quickly. Is that, did I do it? Is that it? Do I win now? Do I get a trophy for my troubles? Yay, I did it. I did it. Yay, okay. Totally worth it. I get the feeling we're like a mission or two away from this whole thing being over, so we'll see how this goes.
This is Sable Control, requesting status update from Museum Mile. Control,
Alright, here we go. Lee, stop zapping your own dudes.
Open it.
Bobcat says I'm a menace? Oh no. I try not to be. Epic Blue Boy asks, no, it's not Epic Blue Boy. Puddle Jumper asks, Jacob, if you were the leader of a gang, what would your gang's name be? The going to jail as quickly as possible gang. It wouldn't go very well for me, I don't think. The let's all be nice and cooperate and not hurt anybody gang. That would be what my gang is called. The let's not be criminals together gang. Oh crud! I thought that was a vent that I was gonna sneak through, not a throwable thingy. Nobody on the roof, huh? Okay.
I need to get through these demons quick, before Lee gets a hold of the anti-serum. Sleep it off.
I don't know. I'm really enjoying the Last Stand suit because you keep the you keep a solid like color scheme and you keep the expressiveness of the eyes. Like, 'cause some of these suits you get the static eyes that don't expand and contract to give the character some expressiveness. So you keep that, but it looks like I don't know. I like the leather jacket look. It's pretty neat. I don't know what this is from comic books wise, but it works pretty well for where we are in the story. I personally feel. I know, Spider-Man, I've been doing this for a while now. I've gathered the general tricks of the trade. Okay, please. Let's just go ahead and... Okay, sure, that's fine.
Demons chewed through Sable. Lee's on the warpath.
Oh, that's why. So there's another guy just looking there, and I guess he didn't happen to... He just happened to not see that? I'm very confused, but whatever. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can pull this thing down. Yeah. Over here now. Now he's in danger. For a second there, he was safe. Then he became danger, and I still got away with it. Good. Took out the whip guy. Those guys aren't fun to fight.
Leave now. My men will handle this.
Sable? Lee wiped out the agents stationed here. They're not handling anything.
You have been warned, superhero.
Is that everybody? We good now? Can I go inside? Or am I'm gonna have to fight Sable first, aren't I? Yeah.
Tired of you harassing our agents, Spider-Man. This ends tonight.
Stop harassing the citizens of New York! Oh, I gotta do the mash. Done! Thank you. That kind of worked out in the end. Wasn't perfect, but I did it. It was fine. She didn't send many guys. That was like maybe 10 people. You're just gonna go through the front door? You're not gonna like break a window or something upstairs? Okay, this had to happen eventually. Let's get going.
You harass my men, destroy my equipment, and cost my client millions. Give me one good reason I should not kill you right now.
Listen, I don't like you, you don't like me. But Lee has your client inside this building right now, and he's gonna kill him if we don't do something. We could fight each other, or we could fight Lee, but not both. Does this mean we're good?
We'll
Temporarily?
help you secure Norman. After that, I make no promises.
Works for me.
Alright, this is fine too. Either of these scenarios is acceptable to me, a fight or a brief team up.
You secure Osborn. I will talk to them.
I can't believe she said that. That's okay. See now I find that unbelievable. She would have told me to fight them, and she was gonna secure Osborn.
This ends tonight.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, here we go.
This is insanity. I have to find a way to reach the Martin Lee I know. The man who built Feast. No way to go but down.
Are those things just floating? Are these floating, or are they on like thin bits of rebar? They're floating. Am I in another hallucinogenic dreamscape?
I know about the accident. I know what happened to your parents.
The accident? You sound as clinical as Osborn. My parents died because of me. Because of what Osborn did to me.
You're more than your past. Don't let it control you.
I tried so hard to make my parents proud, to honor their legacy. But to truly honor them, Osborn must see justice.
I won't let you do this, Martin.
The lighting direction in this sequence, the last Martin Lee sequence as well, pretty impressive. Good looking. Nothing mind-blowing, not game-changing, not industry revolutionizing, but pretty good.
His anger. It's fueling his power.
I don't know. I think this suit is really appropriate for for this stuff. I think it's working pretty well.
This is the only sample. No! No, Martin! I told you I'm sorry. It was an accident. I was trying to help. You don't help people. You use them.
This won't bring your parents back.
Why do you insist on trying to save this piece of scum?
I'm trying to save you, Martin. Don't let revenge win. Fight it! justice. He won't see it unless you stop now.
I'll never stop.
Yeah, the problem with your current setup, Lee, is that you kill him and he's a martyr. You're not really proving anything yet. People are guilty at him for not dealing with the crisis correctly, but if you just kill him, then, oh, crazy terrorist kills mayor. You need to build a case against him. You need to Pentagon Papers him. You need to Watergate him. You don't need to kill him. If Nixon had been assassinated, he'd be remembered like JFK, not like Nixon.
This isn't you. This is exactly who I am.
That's not, to be fair. I mean, to be clear, I mean, if the stuff had still come out about Nixon afterwards, then, you know, and even JFK's reputation is slightly sullied since he was involved in all that stuff too regarding the Vietnam War. He didn't perpetuate it. He was part of kicking it off. But even he knew the risk. Why am I talking about this in so much detail? I was trying to explain my analogy. I should have just let it be. My point is, Martin, killing Osborn is not going to yield the outcome that you seek, which is total and complete annihilation of his character. Okay, hold on. I need to be trying this a little bit harder. There we go. Thank you. Oh, I activated that at completely the wrong time. I activated Unrelenting Fury thinking I was about to launch into a combo, and it was the wrong time to do that.
You can walk away. No, Osborn must suffer.
Huh, interesting. Come, Guardian, submit! Witness real power. Okay, good. It didn't burn my Unrelenting Fury gauge, so that's nice.
The demon? I am the demon.
Ow.
This is a big deal.
I get the feeling that Unrelenting Fury probably won't actually have the desired effect in this fight since he keeps phasing out of very specific sequences of vulnerability, so I think I probably need to go ahead and put on Battle Focus so I can get my extra healing on if I need to, since I've been down pretty low a couple of times. Whoa, what the heck's going on here?
Be over soon.
I sure hope so.
If I punch him enough, then maybe he'll change his mind.
My will is stronger than yours.
That's really not true, actually.
Can't give up. He's almost there.
Just to help slow these guys down a little bit. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of them now. Oh, is that it? Are we good? Or is this just the next phase? That feels like it, but we'll see. I could be wrong. Okay, hold on. Hands on the controller. QTE is about to appear. No, maybe not. Just boot to face. No QTE required. Oh, but the Guardian is still mad. The Guardian is gone.
Osborn needs to pay.
I know. But this is the wrong way, Martin.
Oh, it's like some heavy arms, some claws. Oh no, it's Ribbon Girl from Arms, or whatever those characters. I don't know any of those characters' names. Is he gonna kill Martin Lee? No, don't kill Martin Lee. Shoot it with the webs, Spider-Man. Alright guys, new Kingdom Hearts 3 theory. Since I see people talking about the Kingdom Hearts, all the stuff about the Guardian in the chat. Martin Lee is the Guardian, not Terra. There's a lot of vibration going on right now. You really tore up my suit, buddy. Not nice. Thanks for not breaking it, I say as he breaks it.
Otto? That look on your face. You can't imagine how satisfying it is. Ready for your final act?
Where did the cure go, or the antiserum, or whatever? Is that blood? Is that blood on the ground underneath Spider-Man? This really was his last stand.
Hey. Hey.
Where's Otto?
Gone. I would not worry about him right now.
He needs a hospital.
No. No hospital. Feast.
Okay, that was interesting. That didn't play out how I expected it to at all. And where's Martin? What happened to Martin Lee? The Martinics, the nobody of Martin Lee, Billy the Kid Lawrence offers. Thank goodness they didn't take his mask off.
There's no doctors here.
Who's running this place?
Me, mostly.
Oh, okay. Well, it's been a while, but I'll do my best. I'll need masks, gloves, whatever you have that's sterile.
Why did they bring him? Why did they agree to bring him here?
You can thank me by not dying.
So I can arrest you. Big feather in my cap.
Oh my god.
How is this gonna go down, I wonder? There's a lot of pieces in play at the moment in time. Sable's like, it's that lady. I need to go get my crew so I can arrest everybody in this building. He's clearly in league with Martin Lee. Everybody in here is an accomplice. It's obvious. Where's the spider? Where's the Mary Jane, the number 12 spider? Where is it?
He'll live, but he needs rest.
I can't, how did you treat him with that leather jacket still on? That was incredible. You're a professional, man.
Hey, take it easy.
I love how nasty his suit looks. This makes we really need the New Game Plus, guys. We really need New Game Plus so that we can replay the entire story in just the boxers and the mask, because then this scene becomes ridiculous. I want to see what he looks like with the all like, I wonder if there's like a default nasty look when you have your shirt off. Because I imagine there's a default dirty look for each suit that just gets turned on for that scene.
Where are you going?
I need to find Otto. He has the anti-serum. I don't know if I can beat him.
Maybe you can't. Maybe Spider-Man needs help from his friend Peter.
What?
Peter helped build those arms, remember? If anyone can find a weakness, it's him.
Oh, we're gonna hack him. Why did they turn May's office into a hospital? Oh, she said the tiger bit. Because they're getting along again. Off the spider goes to bite Miles, I assume. It's gonna bite some random hobo, and there's no, it's gonna bite Squirrel Girl. That spider's fast moving.
No. No, that's not it. Maybe it's this one. No.
Alright, whatever, that's fine. This is gonna happen. Am I still dirty? Nah, suit's all clean now, darn. You're still awfully agile for someone who could barely walk a scene ago, Spider-Man. Now what am I doing?
Right. I built the neural interface. That means I can destroy it. There must be something at the lab I can use.
Okay, I just googled Pox in Bellow because I assumed, okay, Peace in War. Got it. All the first results are Spider-Man for PS4. That's not really what I wanted. Virtue Conquers Vice or Peace in War, one of those two. Virtue and Vice, Peace Conquer, one of those. Alright, whatever, cool. Alright, so some kind of Latin something or other. I'm sure that once we get to the location, he's suddenly going to be in horrible, mortal danger again. Hi, Silver Sable. Oh, yeah?
Your rescue of Osborn, despite his hatred, it affected me. I must return home, reflect on this life I choose.
Hey, I think I'm actually gonna miss you and your death troopers.
Unfortunately, my agents will stay. Though I question our work, they do not. And Osborn continues to pay. I am sorry.
So close to being good news.
Indeed. I will miss you and your bizarre witticism, Spider-Man. Until we meet again.
What a strange, violent lady.
Alright, well... had to get that dealt with at some point in this storyline. Bam, absolutely fine. I'm sure as soon as we walk through this door, we're gonna be injured again. It's fine.
Reports of a tour bus taken hostage by escaped prisoners. Backup needed in the meatpacking district.
Last chance to upgrade gear and abilities before the end of the story. Well, let's have a look. Is there anything else that I need? I'm pretty sure I've maxed all my gadgets out now, haven't I? Yeah, you guys are all finished. Do I want to change any of my suit things? I think I like what I currently have. EXP from defeating enemies. I guess I won't need that. Gadget attacks increase focus. That's good. Increase the amount of health healed from focus. Let's change this one. Don't need that. What's better? Let's see. Don't need that crap. Don't need that. Huh? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's more of a bonus thing. Let's see. I'll go with the extra damage. I don't know if that'll even matter against bosses. I imagine it's more of like a standard number of hits to complete, but whatever. I think, if thumbnails are to be believed that have been constantly popping up on YouTube, I think we're gonna get another suit for this final mission. So it doesn't really matter, but I'll go ahead and equip the cannon suit just for the purposes of this final cutscene, and I'll create a manual save here. Puddle Jumper, I also don't know WTF is going on in chat right now. I noticed some conversations about biology and things, and I've just decided, you guys continue. I'm not shutting anybody down. I'm not saying you can't talk about whatever it is you're talking about, but I suspect it's nothing I need to be directly involved in. So you guys have a good time.
The impossible, Doc.
He really didn't. It didn't work. It's got the neural problems. We went over this. He didn't do the impossible yet. Why is there just a spider suit over there on the wall? Was Doc building that too? And just nobody noticed that you were building that? That's fine, whatever. Go ahead and build this super suit. Build the Super Saiyan suit. I don't care. Go ahead. That's a lot of vibration. So I've got the stuff from the... This looks a lot like the technology that made the arms. Did you fix the neural interface stuff? Or is this going to turn me evil too? I'm already detecting problems. I like the eyes look very buggy. They had kind of like the hive pattern in them. It's kind of similar to the... It's a much brighter version of the Andrew Garfield eyes from the first movie, right? Because everybody disliked how buggy those looked, but it was primarily because they were too dark. They didn't stand out at all. These glow bright yellow, which negates the problems of that suit's design. It's raining because it's the ending of the game.
And once again, we have live footage of Mayor Osborn being held captive on the roof of Oscorp Tower.
He's not on the top of the roof. He's on the side of the building. Pay attention. It's right there in front of you, reporter lady.
You want me to beg? Not gonna happen.
The world will know the truth before they mop you off the pavement. Tell them what you did.
Are we all live on Periscope right now?
Never. Everything you have is built on lies.
Where are the police snipers? Well, now you can't broadcast your message. You needed that.
You stole my company, my ideas. Now.
Okay, there's another phone. Got it. Okay.
The truth. Okay. The truth is, you were only ever worth a damn when you worked for me. The truth is, you could never accept that I'm better than you. You're a failure, Otto, and you always will be.
You didn't get what you wanted, Otto.
Anti-serum! Otto, you've worked your whole life to help people. Please. You're fighting the wrong man.
Listen, as soon as Octavius, I mean, as soon as Otto, man, Norman wants to actually try and fight, I'll fight him. So far, he's done none of that. He can't now. You just tried to kill him. You fool. Okay, hold on. Let's figure this out. Okay, let's see.
Just give me the anti-serum. You've already done enough to ruin Osborn.
No! He always bounces back. He has to lose everything.
Okay, I see. I gotta be shooting a lot more webs at this guy. He says as he gets punched in the face with his totally normal human man body that is totally not designed to withstand a dozen punches.
You're wasting my time.
Oh, the soup power regenerates gadgets. Okay, interesting. All right. Resupply. Got it. Okay. All right. So yeah, no, it wants me to web. It's okay. I understood. I understand now. Yeah, it doesn't let me change my suit because I gotta have it for this. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Got it. All right. So it's just use lots of webs. Understood. Okay. We're on the same page now. Video game. Production value on this game is absolutely ridiculous.
People are dying. They need the anti-serum now.
I will cure the city after I bring down Osborn.
Oh boy! How is he surviving any of this? Otto has just, I guess maybe his suit, I forget, he described the purposes of the suit, but I think it was just supposed to be to prevent, like, electricity, like, from conducting or whatever, right? I forget how he described the suit that he's wearing previously, but I don't know how he's withstanding all these punches with just his normal old man body. How old is this guy? Not that old men can't be fit, but remind me of his age. This 63-year-old man is just withstanding Spider-Man punches at maximum strength. Now, that hurt.
How much is Osborn paying you to protect him?
I'm not protecting him. I'm trying to save the city. Give me the anti-serum, and I promise Osborn will face charges.
Liar! Just like Osborn. Nothing but lies!
Ow, there's a lot of things flying around now.
What happened to the man who wanted to help?
Enough of this!
This is a pretty good set piece for a final boss fight. I'm okay with this. This is all acceptable to me. What happened there? Not sure I understand exactly what just occurred. Is Octavius gonna get crushed by the thing falling over? Is that what's about to happen here?
Such a disappointment. Parker. You knew? I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen. I won't let you win. This means too much to me.
Not more than it means to me!
This is a lot of violence. J. Jonah Jameson gonna get really mad at this one. People are dead. People at the bottom of the tower did not get out of the way in time and are now dead. Are we gonna fight on the side of the building? Yes, 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 yes! Oh, it's gonna be QTE though, isn't it? Oh no, I see. We're doing the. It's very heavily scripted, very slow and tired ending of Metal Gear Solid 4 style fist fight. I'm fine with that. That's still cool. That's what it was. Okay, got it. So my shooters are shot. That was what he was saying. I tried to shoot a web at him. Apparently they are just broken.
That man is gone. You can't save me, Peter.
Then I guess you'll have to save yourself. You were my hero.
Oh, am I supposed to play this on one of those Sony 3D TVs? Look at that Z-Max shot.
Not tired. Just hurt.
Boy, oh boy, that's a lot.
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
I couldn't agree more. No!
Big dead. Oh, he lived. He went inside the building off the thing. I want him to fall and die. Big dead. That was the whole point. He had to make the big decision. Had to kill his friend.
Peter, I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Break his neck, Peter, with a solid kick. F Batman.
I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up.
That's because men like us have a duty, a responsibility, to use our talents in the service of others. Even if they don't appreciate it, we have to do what's best for those beneath us, whether they understand it or not.
No, you're wrong. You are everything I wanted to be. You just threw it away.
Yes, of course. You're right, Peter. Oh, I see that now.
You have to break his neck. He knows who you are.
The neural interface affected my mind. But I can fix it. We can fix it together. If you'll help me.
Do everything I can. I'll make sure you get the best help.
No! If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body. Please, Peter. That wasn't me. You said you'd never abandon me. You promised. Remember?
Like you said, You don't exist anymore.
Of course. You rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter?
Wowzers. I mean, I know Spider-Man can't break his neck because we've how many problems have we had recently with comic book heroes snapping people's necks and killing when they aren't supposed to, and fanboys getting upset. People would have been too mad if he killed Octavius there. So, oh well, it's fine. It makes sense. He wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have killed.
Still viable. We'll need the entire sample as a base to produce more doses.
How long will that take?
A few hours. Maybe a day.
What if we use it to cure someone right now?
Then there won't be enough to cure the others. I'll give you a few minutes.
You're gonna be okay, ma'am. I've got the cure right here.
Take off your mask. I want to see my nephew.
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you. And Ben will be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was spoiled for me ahead of time, both by trolls in chat on my streams and also just by YouTube thumbnails that wouldn't shut up, because it always is, inevitably. That was still really effective, though, despite the fact that I knew it was coming. Very, very strong performances there from the animators and the actors. Good job, everybody. Bravo, Insomniac. Good job on an effective little scene there. That he literally isn't going to be... Yeah, he literally can't walk on his own anymore, probably. Or if not right now, he probably won't be able to soon. If he'd said Parker, that would have literally been the exact same as the first Doc Ock arc in Ultimate. If that arc ends with him being thrown in prison and going, Parker. His name is Parker. Oh, we're in Stanley's Diner again.
Hi. Mary Jane Watson, associate editor.
Are you serious?
I knew you could do it.
What about you? Find a job yet?
No, of course not.
Oh, no, but,
I'll be right with you, honey. Thank you.
I was actually considering maybe a career change.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think I might want to become a chef.
I'm sorry, no, it's... You're a scientist. A good one.
Yeah, the last project I worked on, I created a monster octopus that almost destroyed the city, so...
Yeah. I mean, you do make a hell of a chicken curry.
I do. Still working on my dumplings, though.
Going camping?
Oh,
No, homeless.
My new place isn't going to be ready for about a week, so I'm going to be crashing with Miles for the next few nights.
Oh, okay, he's hanging with Miles. She's gonna ask him to move in.
You know, you can always stay at my place. Only if you want to.
No, I mean, yes. I mean, no, I don't. I not want to, but meaning I do want to, but only if you do.
I never stopped wanting to.
Me neither.
You gross in public? Do that on your own time. Alrighty, well, we gotta hang around for a few minutes for the inevitable post and mid-credits sequences, but whatever. That was a thing we did. That was a Spider-Man. That was really good. That was well done, everybody. I was wondering how they would wrap things up since we didn't have a ton of time left, and I feel like that wasn't the strongest actual final scene in the world. But you know what? It got the job done. You wrapped it up. You finished it. Everybody in that game had like some stuff going on, and you did something with them. Obviously, you didn't get to drag full arcs out of some of the characters, but that's because you had a lot of other stuff to worry about. You didn't have time to really invest a ton of attention into Miles, for example. But this, I feel like, I don't know why it is, but I feel like this happened, yeah, so, yeah, Fimbulvetter? Fimbulvetter? I don't know. Says, the transition into credits felt a little awkward in my opinion. No, I agree, and it's it's something I've noticed with video games in general a lot, actually. I don't know what it is, but oftentimes they have a really hard time, like, just wrapping up that final scene and moving forward into credits. They have a hard time transitioning, but movies gonna have a hard time with that sometimes too. It's not just a video game thing. It's for whatever reason that transition, that final shot to wrap things up can be really difficult sometimes. The main thing that was a problem with what we just watched there is that films nowadays we're very used to the music transitioning us from the final scene into the credits. Like the final scene will have some kind of soundtrack going on, and that will carry you into the credits. Whereas here, I'd have to rewatch the tape, but I think that, I think the score started after the scene was over as the credits started up. There wasn't a quote-unquote, smooth transition, or that is to say, I think what I mean to say is really that oftentimes that usage of the music can mask a poor transition into credits, make it feel like it runs a little bit smoother than it actually did. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Billy Lawrence said, I love the wrapping of Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, wait, I get your joke. But I was going to say, actually, on the subject of Kingdom Hearts games, you look at Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and their transitions into credits are really strong because they start up with the Udata before the credits are actually rolling, so the scenes kind of transition in really cleanly. And the harsh startup on Simple and Clean / Hikari works well where it appears in the final scene of Kingdom Hearts 1. You go to any other game in the entire Kingdom Hearts series, and the transition into credits is incredibly awkward because the music starts up when when the credits start rolling, and there the drop doesn't work so well. The Dream Drop Distance and Days use Sanctuary, and they actually fade in, so that's a little bit of an improvement, but not an incredible one. All right, Miles, get nervous and jump and cling to the wall or something.
Hey, so Pete? Yeah.
I have something to
talk to you about.
Yeah.
I told my mom.
What's up?
Well,
Close the door.
weird things have been going on. Like physically.
Oh. Oh. Well, you know, you're at that age where your body starts to change. And so you may be noticing some areas,
No.
for example.
Not that.
Jump, flip, grab the ceiling.
I think it's better that I just I show you.
No.
It's pretty weird, right?
Not that weird.
Additional cast, Short Order Cook. Hey, look, it's Stan Lee. No, Maddie M, I'm not working on that gang name. That's not high on my priority list. Do you guys want to work on that? That's fine. Hey, Ben Diskin is in here somewhere. Young Xehanort, among other voices. He's Eric Sparrow! Yeah, that was pretty good. That was alright. That was a good video game. Matt Mercer was in there somewhere, but he's in everything, so, you know, nothing too special about that. I could skip the credits, but why would I? Why not give these people the credit that they are due? Dirk of DR asks, neighbors must be like, what, WTF was that noise? I mean, it didn't really sound anything, just like a bang. It would sound like if I took a broom and like tapped the ceiling or whatever. It's nothing too intense, I don't think. Well, you know, we'll see how that goes. Can the next one have a subtitle, please? This game needed a subtitle in the first place. The next one 100% absolutely needs a subtitle. Calling this game Spider-Man / Spider-Man PS4 / Marvel's Spider-Man is ridiculous. This needs a subtitle. I saw in the DLC trailers, rather the only DLC trailers so far, the one for the Black Cat stuff, it was, the DLC was being referred to as, like, the city that, Spider-Man, the city that never sleeps, the 3 DLC packages, and I was like, when I saw that initially, it was before the game came out, and I thought, ooh, is this some kind of, like, last-minute rebranding, and they're gonna call it Spider-Man, the city that never sleeps? Is that the new name? Because that would be a fine name, to be able to go the city that never sleeps, you know, as a shorthand for the game, instead of going Spider-Man PS4 2018, Marvel's Insomniacs, but whatever. Yeah, Maddie M and Kenzie both expressed the exact same opinion. I'm sure people in apartment buildings in New York have heard a lot worse things through the walls. Puddle Jumper. So 3 DLCs coming, one for Black Cat, one for Silver Sable, and the last one for Tombstone, Taskmaster, IDK. Did they confirm that the second one is Silver Sable? I only ever saw the trailer for the Black Cat one. I'm pretty sure that Tombstone, I haven't done his side quests, but I imagine that he's, like, wrapped up in this. I don't know. I haven't finished him, so maybe there will be, maybe he's the side quest. I don't know. Or maybe they'll introduce something new. You never know. There's other stuff going on in this series in this game that they could introduce. Some other characters they could pull out of nowhere. The Silver Sable is called Silver Lining or something like that. Epic Blue Boy proposes. Yeah, the whatchamacallit, the Black Cat one is called The Heist, which is pretty straightforward, but that's fine. Whatever, it's no big deal. The next game is just called Marvel's Spider-Man, proposes Billy the Kid Lawrence. Please no. Please no. We need a subtitle. For the love of gosh. Frickin' the movie was the Spider-Man Homecoming. That had a subtitle. And it was a great subtitle, by the way. And the next one's Far From Home, because he's ashes on another planet. Oops. DLC episode 2 is called Turf Wars. I don't know, Maddie. These are my thoughts right now. I don't know. Like, I'm not reviewing the game at this exact moment in time, or necessarily ever. I don't know. I mean, Billy the Kid Lawrence. I'm sure Mysterio will have the fishbowl in Far From Home. I'm sure he will wear the helmet at some point. Even if he doesn't wear it all the time, but I'm sure he'll wear it sometime. Don't worry. You have to remember the whole point of the helmet is to like, he actually has more justification for this stupid costume than most Spider-Man villains, because Mysterio's whole thing is hallucinogenic gas, so he needs to protect himself from inhaling his own hallucinogenic gas. Like, they found an excuse for Michael Keaton to wear a stupid mask in whatchamacallit, in Homecoming, and it was the visor is like a, you know, kind of like a computer screen for him to do wayfinding stuff, and then the mask is because he's at a high altitude. The Marvel movies are pretty good at justifying the stupid things for the most part. I mean, like, remember, this is the studio that greenlit a Guardians of the Galaxy movie starring a tree and a raccoon. Everybody thought they were nuts, and then it turned out to be the best thing that they made. I mean, I guess you could argue that, like, whatever that guy's name is who's in, like, Crossbones or whatever, who's in The Winter Soldier, he doesn't dress up weird. And then when he comes back in Civil War dressed up in a proper, like, costume, he's only in, like, a single scene. But, I don't know. Generally speaking, these movies are pretty good at, like, finding a way to justify the weird costume stuff in universe. Remember, Spider-Man Homecoming was also the one that managed to make his eyes act... Well, I guess it was technically Civil War. Figured out how to make his eyes look like the comic book eyes, which is pretty wild that they bothered to put in all the work to animate that afterwards. Ellis Walker says, I forgot to say that I'm new. Hello, Ellis Walker. Welcome to Research Runs. We've been streaming Spider-Man. We just wrapped up with that. The other streams are archived if you want to check them out. Main project we just finished up with was a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 2, which is a follow-up to playthroughs of Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories, but those are over on my main channel, Frustrated Jacob. There were some other playthroughs over on that channel, but recently started moving our playthrough Let's Play content to this channel. Check it out. We got some other stuff. We did, what else have we played? We played Hitman 2016. We did Shovel Knight. All kinds of exciting stuff. Not sure what we're going to stream next. Have some ideas. I'll pitch some of them to you today, and maybe I'll, I will pitch them to you, Ellis Walker, and also everybody else here. I'm pitching to everybody. And then possibly we'll put up, like, a poll on Twitter or something like that. Or maybe I'll just decide on my own. Who knows? I've got some ideas of things we could stream after this. The main thing that I've decided is I don't want to stream something I'm blind on next, because, like, trying to stream this kind of messed up my schedule. Because, number one, I was trying to avoid spoilers for it, which added a little bit of difficulty to it. But the main thing was that I had to worry about, okay, I really want to play more of Spider-Man. I really want to know what happens next because I'm enjoying this game. But maybe I don't have time to stream it right now. Or, okay, I really want to stream it, but there's a whole thing where, like, I really wanted to get into it, and there were a couple times where I streamed the game that it really wasn't opportune timing, but I just wanted to know what happened next. So I think the next couple of streams will be playing stuff I'm not blind on, just so that I can try and set a more specific schedule, and I'm not, like, stressing myself out going, what's gonna happen? But who knows. Maybe we'll do, like, a bonus stream of this to wrap up some optional stuff, but probably not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Matty M says, I binged the KH series, and I can say it's a good time. You binged the whole... Well, that's right, Matty, because you popped up in, if I recall correctly, you started popping up in the streams as well, right? And then you backed up and watched all of those, if I'm recalling correctly? I try to read the comments and whatnot, and sometimes they form little forensic trails of when people did and didn't show up and how they watched things. Puddle Jumper proposes that Jacob and Joey are pretty much Woody and Buzz Lightyear, but in real life. I'm gonna ask you to elaborate on what you mean by that. I'm gonna ask you to elaborate, please. Oh, I saw Matt Macabitis or something like that. It's at the top of the screen right now. I thought it said Matt McMuscles for a half a second. He actually worked on this game? Wow. Pretty biased that he made a review of it. But yeah, welcome to anybody who is new. I've seen these streams have picked up a couple of new viewers, so welcome to everybody who's just now joining the party here on Research Runs and also on the Frustrated Jacob YouTube channels. Chris Riamondi says, my first video was, I guess not your first video, but the first video that you watched that I made was my discussion with Joey about FF15. I don't know why I originally watched it, but glad I did. I'm glad you did too, Chris Riamondi. That video was fun to shoot. Not the most successful video we've ever made, but I had fun just sitting down with Joey and talking about that game for a while. That was enjoyable. And I had some fun edits on that. I was happy with some of the jokes that I shoved into that video. Well, I actually had a main channel video that I was working on yesterday that I was going to work on more today, but basically it was down. I knew I wanted to finish up this game this week, but my schedule was in flux and I didn't know if I was going to do it on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Some things solidified. I knew, okay, we're not doing it on Friday. I'd already missed the opportunity to do it yesterday, so I was doing it today, which means that the video that I'm working on will probably not come out until this weekend or next week or something like that. I've got a couple of videos that I'm working on right now. One project that I was working on initially that I kind of was not super happy with my vocal performance on it. I was like, this isn't really... I was unsure if I wanted to re-record the entire thing or if I wanted to go ahead with it as trying to be a perfectionist. I was just thinking maybe I should just go ahead and release it, but the other video in question, I'm much happier with my voice performance working on it now. Since that other video project I wasn't super happy with, I decided to transition and work on something else. And the something else that I'm working on is coming along pretty well. Hopefully will be out sometime next week, but we'll see. We'll see. Lego Luigi 56. My first of Jacob's video is the KH in 20 minutes one. That's where most people come in, I think. Wanted to see how skillfully it could be retold. Not disappointed. Been keeping up with the KH2 playthrough since that started. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that entire story video is really just kind of meant as like a personal challenge to myself, and then it snowballed, and it turned out, oops, I made the shortest, and not the shortest. There are some ones that are like 2 minutes long, but they're more like jokes. I think Donkey's entire story, Donkey's Kingdom Hearts Explained videos, now probably the most efficient and accurate video on YouTube. Yeah, that video kind of snowballed and was wildly successful. It was really just a personal challenge to myself. I was like, how well can I recap this in a short amount of time in a way that will make sense to people who have not played the games before? People get really upset at me for calling the Kai blade the X blade, but it's like, I'm not gonna waste 5 minutes of this video explaining to people the linguistic nonsense that this game makes up, so skipped that. Yeah, Omniforce, no, not Omniforce, Shinzu Wolf says, have you played FF Type 0? Only what I played in a playthrough on the original channel. I have a playthrough of Type 0 over on the Frustrated Jacob YouTube channel. I played probably like 2 more hours than what's actually published on YouTube, and those episodes just never got edited and released because I was not enjoying that game very much and did not feel the need to continue with it. Omniforce9 says, yeah, I guess I'm KH new too, but my first vid was the playthrough Fate of a Nobody for KH2. Then I came back for the end game of that, so watching the playthrough on this was smooth. Are you saying that you kind of randomly found one of the first bits of KH2 and then came back once it was all wrapped up and binged it? Is that what you're saying there? I'm not quite sure I understood that comment. Not 100% sure. Bees Darkness or Darkness Bees? Swap out the word darkness for bees and it's basically the same thing. Or whatever he says in that video. Look at all the people who made this video game. Yep, I understood that correctly. Omniforce9? Cool. Omni11Force9, however you would pronounce that. Tried my best. I try my best with people's names. Sometimes I don't have supreme confidence in my pronunciation and interpretation, though. Epic Blue Boy. I think mine was the Persona 5 analysis trailer. Oh, so you're the one person who watched that, huh? Yeah. That was a long time ago. I don't do trailer analysis anymore. I did that more just... Initially, that was just because, like, I was looking... The whole reason I did those FF15 videos in the first place was just, like... After E3 2013, people were so confused about that game. I was like, there's not really a good, clean... Here's the situation with this game video. So I just kind of threw something together, and it did reasonably well, considering I threw it out into the void of YouTube with no subscribers, so I decided to kind of keep trying to do stuff like that, which led to trailer analysis stuff, which... is really kind of outside the realm of what I like. Most of those trailer analysis things were more focused on gameplay than story anyway, and I think people want theory mongering out of gameplay analysis, trailer analysis for videos, and that's just not what I'm into. So that stopped. Now instead I do nothing. Now instead I just don't make videos. Puddle Jumper says, hey, Research Runs, how many more Disney Worlds do you think KH3 will get? I don't know. What was that? I did the math on this a while ago because they listed off, like, there's about this number of worlds in the game, and I was like, well, how many have been announced? And I don't know. I'm trying to remember because I had thought about this a while ago, but I don't have, like, the numbers and interview details in front of me. I want to say that there's, like... I get the feeling there's not going to be too many more Disney Worlds. I mean, maybe you'll see, like, 1 or 2 more, but I get the feeling we've probably seen most of them at this point. Maybe other Disney characters. I hope that... I think honestly one of my biggest disappointments in that entire series after Kingdom Hearts 1 is that if you don't get the world, you don't get the characters. With Kingdom Hearts 1, like, you got a little Lady and the Tramp cameo, you got 101 Dalmatians cameos, Huey, Dewey, and Louie were hanging around, I guess technically Monstro counts as a world, quotation marks. Merlin was kind of like a major character, and since then, though I guess Merlin stuck around as like kind of a main cast member, or at least a part of the Radiant Garden cast, and that cast is now obliterated. Part of the problem with the Kingdom Hearts games is that after the first one, it's like, unless you get a world based around those characters, you ain't gonna see those characters. Well, that was what was nice about the Traverse Town setting, was that, like, you could have other people there. They didn't really mega ultra capitalize on it. I wish there had been more random Disney characters wandering around there, but whatever. I don't know. I get the feeling we're not going to get too many. I don't think you can expect to see that many more worlds revealed. Kenzie asks, okay, if we're talking about your older videos, can we talk about the one where you disparage peanut butter sandwiches because I still think you're wrong about that? Did I ever make fun of peanut butter sandwiches in public? Because if I didn't, you can't prove that I said anything otherwise. Maddie M, speaking of KH, oh lord, I'm gonna have to catch up, play catch up for Union Cross. No, you don't. Just watch Everglow's, like, cutscene. Go to Everglow on YouTube. He does a bunch of Kingdom Hearts related stuff. He has uploads of all of the cutscenes from all of the Union games. Just watch those. Don't play it. It's a complete waste of your time. Honestly, watching them is a complete waste of your time too, because as of right now, there's that game has been going on for like 5-6 years across multiple forms, and I can say with confidence that nothing has happened in it yet. So, you know. Kenzie Hartle, in the story versus plot video, you call them sticky bread, like a sociopath. Well, you know what? No comment. Maddie M, has Nomura's favorite world been revealed yet? It's the final world. It has not been revealed yet. It's basically explicitly been stated that it's whatever the final world of Kingdom Hearts 3 is. Because he's been talking in interviews about like, oh man, I am so glad that I'm finally getting to execute some he keeps saying there's some concept for the ending of a game that I've had for a long time, and the final world in Kingdom Hearts 3 is finally gonna be that. So once again, Tetsuya Nomura taking his ideas for other video games that nobody will let him make and injecting them into a franchise where they probably don't belong. But whatever. Chris Riamondi, any games that you'd recommend currently? I mean, when you say currently, any games, are you like... I could recommend games that I played 7 years ago. I could recommend games that I'm playing now. I don't know what the currently qualification on that is. With regards to games that came out recently, the Spider-Man game's pretty good. I played A Hat in Time recently, even though that came out last year. A Hat in Time is very good. I 100% of that. My brother got a bit frustrated with it because some of the... to be completely fair, that game... A Hat in Time is like the developers are something like 10 people, and they don't even like have an office. They have like a shared Discord server. So that game has some jank, and like one of the first boss fight in the game is probably the one that works the worst. It has the most technical problems, so that's an issue. But if you power past that first boss fight, I like A Hat in Time a lot. That game is fun. It's pretty short. I 100%ed it in like I don't know how many hours it took me, but it was a relatively short game to 100%. And it was a lot of fun to do so. I don't 100% games typically. I wanted to 100% A Hat in Time. Mostly because 100%ing it was completely manageable. I am slowly working my way through Dragon Quest XI when I have a little bit of free time, which I usually don't. I usually go in like a couple of weeks between, like a week or so, and then I'll play a bunch and then not come back to it. Like, you know, just like kind of sit down for like an afternoon or stay up way too late playing it. I've been doing a lot of playing Dragon Quest while editing audio. So like I'll have the game muted while I'm running around doing random encounters and have the auto battle stuff on so I can edit audio. And then when I get to story stuff, then I'll stop working on videos and unmute the game. And so I've been working my way through Dragon Quest XI. That's fun so far. I've yet to see. Everybody says, oh, it's like so awesome. I mean, I think I've yet to get to it where it gets so awesome, but with these 80-hour-long games, sometimes you got to give it a few minutes. Still haven't gone back to finish Persona 5 yet, not despite the fact that I love that game to pieces and it's one of my favorites ever. But it's my brother and I were playing it together over the last summer, and when I say to be clear, summer of 2017, and we just never really found the time to sit back down together and power through like the last dungeon of it. So still got to get it back around to finishing Persona 5 at some point. That's a lot of fun. Recommend that highly. I don't know, what else have I been playing lately that I could recommend? I can find out. Let's have a look. Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. I was in that a little bit to get footage for something. That's a fun game. Not that one. There's A Hat in Time. That's good. Metal Gear Solid's fine. Haven't played that in a little while, though. Where's Uncharted? I've been playing Uncharted 4 multiplayer a lot. Not because it's awesome, but just because that's another... I don't know, I haven't played it a lot recently. That's been more of a, Now my kill time game is probably Dragon Quest, but I always cycle through kill time games of just, I want to relax for a little bit, and it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 for a little while last year. Now that I have a PlayStation Plus account, I'm doing more Uncharted 4 multiplayer on that front. I don't know, I'm having a hard time thinking of anything else that I could recommend that I played recently, because I don't get... People wildly misinterpreted this in my Zelda video that I did last year, talking about Breath of the Wild's design and the towers. And I made a comment to the effect of, it's one of the best games that I've played recently. Not that that's saying much. That may not necessarily be saying much, because I don't play all that many games. A lot of people interpreted that as, okay, so why should I be listening to you, and turn the video off and verbally voice their opinion of, well, if you don't play games, then why the hell do I care what you think about this game? What I meant was, it's one of the best games that I've played recently in the wildly contested spring of 2017, which had Nier Automata come out, Breath of the Wild come out, Persona 5 come out, a bunch of other stuff that I'm forgetting about at this exact moment in time. It's just a really busy time with a lot of really good games. I simply meant I don't buy that many total games in a year, so I haven't played a lot of the stuff that's come out recently. So saying it's one of the best games that I've played recently may not be an accurate assessment of the current gaming landscape. But I didn't say that as clearly as perhaps I ought have. I haven't played any of Octopath Traveler, Matty M. My brother's played it. I want to say he beat it. Maybe I don't know, maybe he didn't beat it. He was playing it while we were traveling a while ago, and I think that he kind of let it fall by the wayside in favor of some other games once he was sitting down again. I haven't plunged into Octopath at all. Not high on my to-do list. Billy the Kid Lawrence, you've wildly misinterpreted something. Billy the Kid Lawrence says, they confirmed years ago that there would be more overall worlds than KH2, so more than 15. Then they confirmed less Disney than 2. I'm pretty sure that they said fewer worlds total than Kingdom Hearts 2. Maybe I'm mistaken. I hadn't read your last sentence. Then they confirm less Disney than 2. Okay. I don't ever remember seeing that. I remember just seeing fewer worlds total, but I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering, and you've got the accurate information there. I was saying you were wildly misinterpreting until I saw that last sentence, because you were literally just flipping the statement that I'd heard. But now with the Disney qualification on there, you might be right. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that, but you could be right. I don't know. Cursory Amondi, I'll check out Persona 5. Thanks for the recommendations. Persona 5 is, just to be clear, before anybody launches into that, Persona 5 is a wildly lengthy game. My brother and I haven't finished it yet, and our save file sits somewhere around 120 hours. Granted, you can beat it a lot faster than that if you really want to, and we played it pretty lethargically. A lot of time was wasted playing Persona 5 because I read all of the dialogue out loud pretty much and did voices for all of the characters. I'm out of practice now, but I could do pretty much everybody in the main cast of that game pretty well. I'd have to really go back and start playing it again to get good at that once again. Interesting to see the copyright stuff in there for some of the, just the buildings around New York that they have to get permission to use. Which makes you wonder, how many buildings did they want to get that they couldn't get? Like, you have to get the Empire State Building, obviously, because everybody looks for it, so you gotta pay for the rights to use that, and I'm sure that whoever owns the copyright on that stuff is usually willing to, let people use it. But I wonder if there were any locations in New York that they wanted to use that they couldn't use. Dirk of DR asks, and Matty M answers. Dirk of DR asks, would you recommend I play any Persona 1 through 3 before 5? And Matty M says, Persona games aren't really connected and can be played as standalone games plot-wise, I think. That is accurate. The Persona games are essentially completely disconnected from one another. The spin-off games tend to tie in between each other, like kind of have the casts of different games interact, but the Persona series is kind of interesting where, like, there was Persona 1 and 2, and then Persona 2 kind of had 2 games. Like, it was kind of a Final Fantasy X-2 or 13-3 situation, where Persona 2 and Persona 2 Innocent Sin, I want to say, were the names of them. I don't know, because I haven't played 1 and 2. I'm really not familiar with any of the games before 3. But once Persona 3 rolled around, basically a completely different, like, main executive staff came in of, like, the director, composer, character designer. Like, it was basically completely different people came in and kind of revamped the entire series. And, plus, Persona 2 kind of ends with, like, a big, like, universe-altering, dimension-swapping thing that more or less, like, resets the timeline, kind of. It's kind of a weird situation. It doesn't really matter. As Maddie M said, all of the Persona games are basically completely separate from one another. Persona 3 takes place in a particular location and stars a particular cast. Persona 4 takes place in a completely different location and stars completely different characters. Like, 3 of the minor side characters from Persona 3 make very brief cameos in Persona 4, and it's really, if you didn't know they were from Persona 3, you just say, okay, these are some people who are in this game world that show up for 2 seconds. And then in Persona 5, 3 of the characters, there are like 2 or 3 characters from Persona 4 that are very briefly mentioned in, like, news reports. If you check the TV every morning, there's little, like, news reports, and if you check on the right days, they briefly mention some of the characters from Persona 4. There's essentially no connection between any of the games. There's a handful of reoccurring aesthetic elements and a handful of reoccurring characters, but the reoccurring characters really don't, you don't have to play the other games to understand what their deals are. The people who do show up in every game, basically the Velvet Room staff, and they're not people you need to... The Velvet Room staff are just weird, and they show up in every game. Okay.
But I'll keep trying. I will find a cure. I will. I love you, son.
How did the thing know to open when he walked in, but it didn't open when MJ walked in? Well, that was a lot. Okay, so we've got... So we had the Green Goblin helmet sitting around outside of his desk, and then you walk in here and you got the green light, but he's turning Harry into Venom? There's a lot to digest there. Hey, look, it's me. I'm Spider-Man. Look at all that experience I earned towards levels that I can't level up. You finish the main story, but the adventure continues. You can now change the time of day in research stations. Good luck, hero! Anti-Ox suit. New suits available. Wowzers. Thanks. Appreciate it. Any other notifications for me? No? What do we got here? Suits. The anti-Ox suit. Disrupted nanomesh continuously refills the current gadget's shots. Oh, okay. I didn't even understand that. Okay. See, when I saw that power, I thought that it meant, like, you know, web bombs and like the impact grenades, like they would fill up a little bit quicker than normal, or like you would activate it and it would refill your current stock. I didn't realize it literally meant you could just shoot indefinitely until it wore off. Okay, well. What do we got here? We got the anti-Ox suit. The anti-doc, anti-oc, whatever. Yeah, anti-oc it says. That's pretty cool looking. And then we got... Everyone goes down in 1 hit, including you. Wowzers. Complete all main missions, side quests, and reach 100% district completion in all districts to unlock this suit. This is why we need New Game Pluses, because we need this costume. We need this costume in all of the cutscenes in the game. It's the only way that we can really have the true Spider-Man experience. Honestly, I think I really, really like this Last Stand suit. I think it's pretty cool. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that Spider-Man. Well, let's go over to a oh, that one's not completed. That's no good. Let's go to this one. There we go. I want to at least attempt changing the weather, see kind of what it looks like, shall we?
Sable teams, this is Control. What's the status in Murray Hill? Control, a group of civilians are inciting violence against peacekeepers. We're detaining and questioning the ringleaders.
Interesting. Okay, so we've gotten rid of all of the destruction in the city, and all of the Rikers and inmates and the Sable guys just posted on every single rooftop are gone. We've restored it to pre-breakout layout. Oh, hold on.
Fine. Right back to complaining about not having grandchildren.
So you gonna take that vacation now?
Are you crazy? There's no time for that. The apocalypse didn't happen, which means we've got a city full of loose ends to clean up.
Sounds like a big job, but we're up to it.
Not you. For a job this tough, we need Spider Cop.
You said it. You even did the voice.
Okay, don't make it weird.
You like me. You really like me.
You made it weird. Let's go. We've got work to do.
I can't wait.
Spider Cop surveys the city. Placid, but seething with turmoil just beneath its calm surface.
What have I done?
Give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
This is Sable Control. What's our situation in Nomad?
Alrighty.
Observation post
Give me the
reporting
thing.
in. All clear.
I want to change the weather. Or the time of day, I should say. Day, sunset, night. Alrighty, because they said previously that you would be able to actually change the weather as well, but I guess that hasn't been implemented yet. I'm sure these are things that are going to get improved and cleaned up in patches, and that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I think of all these suits, the like the canon, the red, white, and blue Captain America suit, as everybody calls it. Like this is a really awesome design. I actually quite like it. I like the noir suit just for funsies when I'm sneaking around or when I'm swinging around at night, but it's not the coolest thing in the world. This one I got right away just at the beginning, and I liked it in that it was the first really, really weird one that I got. Just, you know, look, he's a Power Ranger now. And just because of my affinity for the Ultimate Comics, I like the wrestler one. This was nice to... I only really used it during the Halloween costume bit because I thought that'd be funny. I like the design of the Velocity suit. And it was nice to have this one, the really heavy power armor, but the problem was that since the eyes don't animate it at all, it could mess up some of the cutscenes. So it was fun to goof around with, but didn't really fit once story stuff actually started happening. This is just weird, and I don't know what to think of it. Homemade suit, always a lot of fun. This thing is also really awesome, obviously. I don't like how... This suit's pretty cool, but it doesn't really necessarily fit all the time, which isn't the best in the world, but that's fine. And then I do really like the dark suit. This is neat. The Black Cat made one. All I can think is she probably put a tracker in it, though, so it's probably not the safest thing in the world to wear, but whatever. I don't know. I think Last Stand suit... Homemade suit's fun, but it's probably between Last Stand suit and the Cannon suit in terms of, like, my favorites of just wearing around the city. Because this doesn't... Like, when I put this on, I don't feel like when a cutscene rolls, I'm breaking the canon of the story. You know what I mean? Like, this feels like it pretty much just fits within the setting and with the character. Oh, the waypoint's still up? No need for that. Thanks, though. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of a Spider-Man. He did whatever a Spider-Man video game could, and a little bit more, maybe. I don't know. In that there were little puzzle mini-games that didn't necessarily need to be there. But it was fine. I didn't hate him. It was okay. They're still trying to find and kill me, eh? Oh, well. You think Sable's in charge, she could tell him not to do that anymore, since she likes me now, since she really liked... You like me! You really like me! Spider-Man was referencing it first. It's not my fault. He put it in my brain. Trying to hail a cab? Not waving to me? Oh, well. I thought maybe they were waving to me. I was hoping somebody would want to interact. Oh?
I just don't think those Oscorp research stations are safe.
Thanks. It's our neighborhood. I'll keep it friendly.
I thought she wanted to high-five me. She was trying to give me a side quest. Lame.
Immediate backup requested. Officers are pinned
Pigeon!
Nearest officer, please proceed to Roseville.
You cannot escape justice! Oh crud, I hit the wrong buttons. He's gonna get away from me. I'm gonna fail a pigeon. This could be the last thing I do during the Spider-Man streams. No! Oh, I hadn't failed one of these yet, and the last thing I do on stream is gonna be screwing up one of the freaking pigeon missions. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Oh, he did that automatically. Wow, that was pretty neat. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I still have Tombstone side quests and whatnot to mess with, but I'm not too worried about that right now. So, I guess that's it. That was a Spider-Man. There's still the photo stuff to do, a couple of side quests that I haven't done, but I don't know. I thought about maybe doing like a bonus stream to get those things taken care of, but I think I might just want to do those on my own time. I don't know. We'll see. I imagine next time you'll see me on stream, we'll be playing something else. Oh, wait, no, what am I talking about? Joshua insisted upon having a Smash Brothers rematch with Joey this weekend when Joey's over to film some other stuff, so there will probably be a stream this weekend. There'll probably be myself, Joey, and Joshua, and we will probably be playing more Mario Kart and more Smash Brothers. This time around, we'll all have GameCube controllers, and Joshua and I will have played it more recently than 6 months ago, so it won't be a complete embarrassment. Just to kind of give you guys an idea of some of the things I was thinking about possibly... Crud, hold on. Let's go. Give you guys an idea of some of the other things I was possibly thinking about streaming. A Hat in Time's pretty high on my list, actually. I've been thinking about doing a Let's Play of that for ages, and I thought about doing a stream of that before even before we were doing the stream of this, but ultimately it was like, well, Spider-Man is upon us. I want to stream Spider-Man, we're gonna do that, so. Oh wait, oh crud, I thought I had another car to get to. It was just these guys. Never mind, we're good. That was it? Yay, I did it.
And that's why I never bothered to get my license. Well, that and the web swinging.
But what if you need to get somewhere incognito, Peter? Whatever. So I'm thinking about A Hat in Time next, because I also figure, like, I wouldn't need to 100% that since I've already done that before, so I would probably just prioritize, like, getting through the main content. And I could do that relatively quickly since I've done it before. I was also thinking about possibly doing some of the Uncharted games. I've never played Uncharted 1, so I'd have to go out and get the collection if I wanted to do that. But alternatively, I already own Uncharted 2 and 3 and 4 on their original consoles of origin, so it'd be pretty easy for me to just do 2 and not worry about 1. Because 1 isn't that great anyway, and you don't really need to play 1 to understand anything that happens in 2. So I've been thinking about, A Hat in Time, Uncharted 2, what else have I been thinking about? I'm trying to think about shorter games. I don't want to do any long JRPGs, since people have asked me to do, people have asked me to play more of the longer JRPGs and stuff like that, and I'm just not, I'm not up for it. It's a lot of time and energy to crank through those. That's why we're trying to avoid doing those outside of Kingdom Hearts right now, because we barely have enough time to do the Kingdom Hearts stuff, so no more Final Fantasy, no, at least for a while. I've thought about doing more of that, and people have asked to do more of that, and I would love to do a Final Fantasy game, especially with Aiden, since she hasn't done any of those before, since Joey's at least done 7, and he's played and watched some of the other ones now. I thought about maybe doing one of them with Aiden, but just no time. It's no time. Not going to happen. What else was I thinking about? I had some other ideas. I'm forgetting what they are right now. I'm kind of blanking. I thought about maybe playing Metal Gear Solid 1, the PS1 version, not Twin Snakes. I don't own Twin Snakes, but I have the Legacy Collection for Metal Gear, which comes with a voucher for the digital download of the PS1 version. But that's kind of low on my list, behind A Hat in Time and Uncharted 2. I don't know. Remains to be seen. Like I said, I'll figure out some options and put up a poll on Twitter or something like that. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And I mean, I'll accept write-ins if anybody wants to write in something you really want me to look at. I'll consider it. But my main thing right now is I want to, for streams, do stuff that I've played before, so I can worry about managing spoilers in the chat and trying to protect people who are watching it blind, but I don't have to protect myself necessarily. And also, it'll be much easier to plan streams since I'll know how long it's going to take for me to do those things, right? No, A Hat in Time, I'm afraid. Sorry, Shadow Shoveler Productions. No, sorry, not A Hat in Time. You say Life is Strange. No, thank you. I actually did start a Let's Play of the first Life is Strange game. I did a Let's Play of the first episode. That is gone now, just because it wasn't very good, so I took it away. I want to, I don't know, I've thought about cleaning up some of my older stuff, and just like getting rid of, I've never gotten rid of the Type 0 Let's Play, but I keep saying Hat in Time. Life is Strange got flagged for copyright stuff anyway, so it was like, I was thinking about taking it down, and then it got flagged, so I got rid of it. And it wasn't very good, so, no, I don't know, I wasn't a super fan of that. I kind of enjoyed the first episode, but the later ones I watched to kind of see, would this be worth continuing with, and I wasn't a huge fan. It's fine, more power to anybody who likes Life is Strange. I totally get the enjoyment. I have some friends who enjoy it a lot, but it's not, it's just not. It wasn't my cup of tea, personally, so no thanks. Would I ever play Persona 4 Golden? No, probably not. Too long. Again, I've thought about doing Persona games, not with Joey since he's played them himself, but with Aiden. But again, massive time investment. Also, I would want to play Persona 4 Golden, and at present, for whatever reason, though I own a Vita TV, my capture device really doesn't like the Vita TV. The HDCP stripping that I do with my splitter, which works pretty well for PS4 and other stuff, does not really work so well with the Vita for some reason. Just certain capture devices and certain splitters, it just doesn't agree with. So I can't even record footage off of that Vita TV right now. If I buy another capture device or another splitter that fixes that problem, then I would consider doing PSP or Vita games. But I would love to do Persona 4 Golden or Persona 3 or Persona 5, any of those. I'd love to do them, but they're massive, massive time investments, and I barely have enough time to do things that I'm already doing. So no thanks. We're not doing streams of Union Cross Video City 1. We are not doing that. No. Dirk of DR proposes Batman Telltale. You know, I wouldn't mind doing that if people were interested. Since I've already played them, or no, that's not true. I played a little bit of the first season, and then I watched the rest of it. So I'm part of the problem when it comes to Telltale going under. Quite frankly, no, that's people. I think that sometimes Let's Plays can hurt sales of these strict single-player games, but I think that Telltale had much bigger problems than people watching Let's Plays on the financial end, as we are discovering as more and more details come out about their business practices. But I think that me replaying a Telltale game that I have played or watched would be at least somewhat disingenuous, because I would already know where a lot of the choices go. So I would basically, there wouldn't be really any surprises for me along the way. I would kind of be able to guide it however I wanted to. I don't know. I'm not opposed to doing that, because I really do like both of those Telltale Batman games. They are extremely good. But I don't know. Dirk of DR also proposes Modern Warfare 2. Maybe. But we kind of have to do the first Modern Warfare, which is significantly better. Got that playthrough I filmed with Aiden that never came out. Still sitting around waiting to be edited. I thought about making that some kind of Patreon exclusive thing, maybe. Like if I ever did actually finish cleaning up our playthrough of Modern Warfare. I don't really want to put it up publicly because it's not great. It's ironic. I've thought about what I would do as Patreon rewards, and I think for the most part, Patreon rewards are really cool, awesome content that's exclusive to people who give money. And I think if I got a Patreon, all the rewards would be things that are too crappy for me to put out publicly. So here, people who already like me and won't judge me too harshly, you get to watch this stuff. But yeah, I've thought about maybe making that the Modern Warfare 1 playthrough a Patreon thing when and if I get around to making a Patreon. And then if I did that, then I guess, yeah, I would consider streaming Modern Warfare 2. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. We'll chat just a little bit more, but I got a few things. I got to do something really quickly. All right, sorry about that. That was a false alarm. I thought I was gonna have to deal with a situation there, and it wasn't a situation. It's everything is fine. I tell you what, I enjoyed this game quite a bit. This isn't, I don't know, this isn't like a masterpiece, but the amount of polish, on display in this little Sony exclusive. I want to hear this actually.
Spider-Man got it right. Does that mean I was wrong about him? Am I apologizing? Hell no. You see, I have it on good authority that he is a regular listener of this program. And now, it makes a lot of sense. He heard what I said. He internalized it. And he learned. Improved himself. And against all odds, he did the right thing. So, Spider-Man, you're welcome. However, don't think I'm going to go easy on Spider-Man from here on out. I'll be watching, keeping him honest. Spider-Man, since I know you're listening, imagine my eyes on you everywhere you go.
Oh, God.
I mean, not like the shower.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Or the bathroom. Or... Let's go to commercial.
That was great. Fantastic. I wonder how many of these little wrap-up conversations exist in the game. I am curious. First and Last Day. Great, stupid action movie name.
Is it horrible if just for a second I thought about letting Sable and the convict shoot it out? Okay, it's kind of horrible. Guess I better stop.
Wait, I let them get away? Okay, thank you. I was like, what the heck was that cutscene about? Did I let them get away because I went to the other one first? That was bizarre. Go away. Thank you. Did I finally perfect one of these? Wait, no, I didn't. There's still bad guys? What's going on? Okay, hold on.
More Sable agents.
Did I shoot them with the wrong... What did I just shoot them with? Oh, I put it on the concussive blast. I didn't want that. I wanted electricity. Well, I think I might perfect it anyway. Even though this wasn't actually what I thought it was. I was never able to complete one of these car things without getting shot. I was never able to stop one of these, doing the car stop things with the challenge of don't get shot, but that wasn't one of them. I thought I was about to wrap up this stream on an extremely high note of finally pulling that off, but it wasn't actually the right car chase sequence for it to matter. Oh, well. Well, anyway. Yeah, no, this is pretty good. This is all pretty good. Had a decent little story. It's not the best thing ever. You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna say that while the narrative of this game wasn't like mind blowing or shocking, it wasn't. You know, since we were just talking about it, this wasn't akin to like one of the Telltale Batman games where it really like tried to mix things up in an intense way, and it wasn't just like a really fantastic, awesome, great story. I still feel like, unfortunately, Michael Keaton's Vulture was probably worked a little bit better than Doc Ock did in this, but I don't know. I say that. The final scene between Doc and Peter was pretty awesome. I think that's the point that I was going to get to, is that while some of the overall stuff on this game wasn't necessarily top-notch, the big picture, the little details of how great every single performance was. Every single actor in this was firing on all cylinders. The animators working on this game were doing absolutely top-notch work. This was, in terms of talking about, you know, cinematic experiences or whatever, barring that final transition, that final transition into end credits didn't work as well as it might have. But other than that, the presentation on this game was drop dead gorgeous. Was fantastic. The pacing of individual scenes, the conversational aspects of the script. Maybe not necessarily, the structure wasn't necessarily perfect, but just when the characters had to be on a scene and talk to each other. Absolutely fantastic. Really killed it. And I think that overall, just the solid presentation of all of the characters and just the writing on a scene by scene level is really what's going to help carry this thing on to a or what already has helped to carry this thing. absolutely top-notch performance and presentation, which should be expected from a big Sony exclusive with Marvel and Disney money behind it, but worthy of note nonetheless. Incredible production value here. Very well put together little game. Solid cast too. I'll repeat again that, like, coming into this and not knowing who Mr. Negative was, I feel like ultimately I didn't perhaps get as many answers about his backstory as I wanted to, but whatever. It was nice to just see a villain that I haven't seen before in any of this crap. Still missing Big Wheel, but that's okay. I'm sure in the next game. I feel like maybe... How do I put this? I liked that they built up a really personal and believable relationship between Octavius and Peter. That worked really well. And his fall, quotation marks, was realistic. It made sense, especially since there was already bitter resentment there. It was more just he lacked the capability to go through with what he wanted to. I think one of the main problems that I have here is that for all of the build-up of, look at what a nice guy Octavius is, we did not, then it went in a relatively rote, predictable direction. I think that for all of the time that was put into directing this, giving this character seemingly a new path, we wound up at about the same point, you know what I mean? Ultimately, it's different in that you get that final conversation between him and Peter that is really heartfelt and is really emotional and works really well. But I guess I'm looking at this situation where, you know, the shaking up John Doe in the Batman Telltale games, he didn't just become the Joker at the end, necessarily. I mean, he didn't. There was really... No matter what path you set John Doe on by the end of Telltale's Batman games, he isn't the typical presentation of the character, and you spend so much time with him across both of those games that he really becomes extremely distinct. And I feel that perhaps the amount of time and energy they dedicated to making Doc Ock this other character, this other nicer guy, they didn't take him in a wild enough direction to perhaps justify the total amount of screen time. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm explaining this completely perfectly. I'm not complaining about Doc Ock's presentation in this because it was solid. Just perhaps it fell slightly short of my lofty expectations versus the competition and versus where they set me up with by having Doc be a nice, friendly guy. I was like, okay, so where are we going to go with this? And they went kind of where I was expecting it to, which is fine. Not everything has to subvert your expectations, but perhaps it would have been nice. I don't know. It's pretty good stuff overall. Oh yeah, the Shocker was in this game. Right. I forgot about that. Yeah. The Vulture is always going to be a disappointment now after Michael Keaton's performance of him. Like, there's no other like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to enjoy another variation of the character after Homecoming. Because that was so great. But I guess that's it. I guess we're all done with Spider-Man now. I don't have much else to say. As I said previously, I will hopefully put some kind of poll on Twitter soon of like, hey, here are some ideas of what we could stream next. No promises on it being super reliable, but it's just a matter of, like I said, since we're kind of short on content for research runs at the moment, perhaps we will supplement this dry spell with some streams. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. I'll put up a poll on Twitter. See what you guys think of what might be a good option, and if any of you guys have like a write-in recommendation of, hey, can you do this? Even if you think it's unrealistic, even if you think I probably wouldn't go for it, feel free to voice the opinion, because even if it's not something I can do right now, at the very least it'll be something that I can consider and think about covering at some point. So I'm happy to hear your guys' opinion and recommendations and what you guys think, even if I don't necessarily go through with them right away. I do want to hear them. So please offer those thoughts. I noticed I still had backpack tokens left unspent, so that needs backpack tokens. That needs backpack tokens. Yeah, so 2 suits left that need 2 and 2. I still have 7 total? So I guess maybe one of the suits I haven't unlocked yet needs some of them, because, like, these are all done. No more backpack tokens being spent here. I have every single one, and I don't see where to spend them yet. Oh, I guess maybe one more suit to unlock requires the last of them. Because one of them is like the Empire State University one, right? I guess that'd be thematically appropriate to require backpacks. So maybe that's what that is. Anyway, I guess that's that. Thanks for coming out for the final Spider-Man stream, everybody. Archive will hopefully be up sometime tomorrow. Hope you all had a good time. We'll hopefully start streaming something new next week. I'll get back to you on that. Thanks for coming out.